064 and quote the discount code JMOffer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for more details. Did you know that if you go to jewellerymaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you will receive 20% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Jewellery Maker are having a web exclusive sale on 925 sterling silver. Head over to our website now and take advantage of up to 75% off. All stock must go, but be quick because if you miss it, you'll miss out.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Designer Inspiration. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Rebecca Redican, and today I have got too many treats for you to even describe, but I'll have a go. I have got some 925 brand spanking new S-Class for you. Do you want a sneaky peeky? Go on then. I've also got, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. I have got a strand on today, which I can actually say I like more than a lot of opal that we have seen recently, and that is saying something. Take a look at these S-shaped clasps that I've got coming up for you. Brand spanking new 925, enveloped in this most gorgeous 9-carat gold. These are coming up for you very, very shortly. I've got a couple of those for you today, and guess what? All going to be under £15. Take a look at this. This is going to be under £50 today. Oh my goodness. This is exceptional. Find out more later. When are we going to be doing this, Danny boy? I've got Danny as my producer this afternoon. When are we going to be doing that, do you reckon? 5 o'clock. No, we're not. No, we're not. I have got some S-Long coming up for you, brand new. I've got brand new chain. I have got a designer inspiration bundle, which has just newy goodness. I've even got a wonderful, wonderful guest designer with me today, which is helpful, isn't it? It is the absolute legendary, the oh so lovely Teresa. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Tell me about what you've got coming up for us today, love.
Little bit of something different with some chain, and a little bit of something different with some Kumihimo.
It is really a little bit different. One of the pieces, in fact, I've tried to get Teresa to tell me exactly how she's done it. It's just like, no, you will have to wait like the rest of us. I really want to know how you've used that chain. You've got so many goodies coming up. Where do you think people need to be for, say, the first designer inspiration on their jewellery making journey?
Pretty simple stuff, actually. So I think with most stuff, it's confidence more than anything else.
Yeah.
So it's just worth giving it a try and see what happens. So,
a little bit of something for everyone.
So I think, beginner, absolutely fine.
I love that. If you want to get in touch with us today, I have got the wonderful Teresa with me up until 5 o'clock. So do give us a text in. All you have to do is text us. Text number is 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. You might ask the questions such as, Teresa, guilty pleasure.
That you want me to say on air?
Teresa, you minx. Go on.
Quite like video games.
Video games? What type?
Well, my current favourite is tower defence games, which is just really quite boring, but it's just very odd, I know. So, hey, what can you do?
I feel like we've learnt a lot more about Teresa now, do you? A lot more. Do text us in today if you've got any questions like that or jewellery making related. 60777 is your number. I've also got Pete with me today. Pete, come in please. Now, as we know, designer inspiration, as soon as I am here with my band of boys, we are doing for you impressions every single day. Who have we got coming up today, Pete?
Today I'm going to do Christopher Walken. You don't know who Christopher Walken is, right?
No. Who's that?
Do you know any actors?
Why do you always do people I don't know?
Well, I do famous actors.
Okay, right.
Okay.
From off of things such as
Christopher Walken, he's done loads, like Deer
Such as?
Hunter, yeah.
what?
He's done that
Catch Me
one
If You
film,
Can. Seen
View to a Kill.
View to a Kill.
Catch Me If You Can, he's in. So I'm being told.
Great.
What else? There he is.
Oh, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Scary. Isn't he? Doesn't he play scary characters quite a bit? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hasn't he played one where he's got funny teeth? No. Just me. Just me. So, Pete will be doing.
I'm going to workshop that later.
Are you going to workshop that later? Love it. Right, so I've got loads of goodies coming up for you. Let's get started, shall we? Where are we going? The S-hooks. Oh my goodness. Start off cracking. Sorry, I couldn't understand your accent then, love. Hooks. What's that? I have got so much goodies coming up for you today. Let's start off brand spanking new, shall we? Never ever been seen before. This is your 925 beautiful gold-plated sterling silver. These S-hooks are phenomenal. Let me talk to you a little bit first about the situation with sterling silver and with genuine silver. The situation at the moment is the fact that the price of this very precious metal is massively on the rise, quite a serious amount. We know when it comes to precious metals, a lot of the time we're dealing with kind of a price roller coaster, really, aren't we? You can go up and down day by day. At the moment, it's on the up, and I mean massively so. From the end of March, it's currently on the rise by around 22.3% up in price, which is a dramatic amount, isn't it? Gold's gone very much the same way. That's up by around 20% since the end of March. So it really is rising. It's set to continue by the looks of things at the moment. You're going to be getting your hands, though, on this selection of goodies before the price hike came in, because we will have purchased these just before March, probably around February, so we were able to pass on that amazing saving we got with them. You've got the S-shape class here, which I know are fastly becoming a very, very favourite of fastenings, possibly because they're so easy to work with. They're easy to do up, even if you have dexterity problems. They're easy to work with as a connector, not even just as a class themselves. In fact, I saw a lovely lady had used these in a pair of earrings recently. They looked absolutely stunning. You have got 3 selections of here, and they are 22 by 10 mil. So these are pretty sizable. These could be a really beautiful feature on, say, an A-line design, because let's face it, you want to be showing off this precious metal in this beautiful twisted S-shaped class, don't you? I'm going to start off, as I mean to go on, with an absolutely amazing price. Your price today for all 3. Just £9.95. That's under £10 for you today. Now that is a premier price point, an absolute premier price point. I know for a fact that these were not meant to be at £9.95. Am I right in saying they were going to be £10? They were going to be $10.95, weren't they? This is your premier price point today. We've had to speak to management about getting it this low. I've got multi-buyers on this already. Congratulations, everybody. Why do you think, Teresa, people love these S-shaped clasps so much?
Well, they're so easy to use. So if you have got dexterity issues, you're not having to kind of fiddle about with, you know, the small sort of bits on bolt rings, that sort of stuff. So simple to use, and they really add to the design as well. So you can actually kind of extend the design with them, or use them as a bit of a feature in their own right.
Definitely agree with that. There's loads of you coming through for this. Congratulations everyone on the phone. We'll be with you in a little bit, do not worry. When we're working with 925, of course, don't forget you're working with a very precious metal, and then it's got that 9-carat gold just wrapped around it. It's absolutely stunning selection of pieces. The high shine is astonishing. It truly is just wonderful. You can see that this is 925 with the gold plating instantly. You can tell the quality of this. If you did want to reshape, you absolutely could as well. You just warm it up a little bit with your fingers, so you can change the shape of these, change the composition of these. There are so many of you coming in. One thing I think it's always important to point out is when those names come up on the side of my screen, you can't tell how many they're buying. It doesn't tell you. I can see here that I've got triple buyers on this at the moment. This is going to go gorgeous with a brand new fire opal stand I've got coming up for you in a little bit. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. It's not. It's going to be coming up for you in a little bit. £9.95 for these. If you love them, get them, because now could be your only opportunity to get it. I have got now for you another beautiful piece of 925. Am I right in saying this is new, Danny? It's only been seen once before. I've never ever seen this. It's new to the mid-show. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. This is a flower charm. You've got your bolt ring clasp attached to the top, and it's totally 925. Wow. That truly is stunning, isn't it? You can see that I've got the bolt ring clasp at the top here. You're looking at 0.2 carats worth of your white topaz inlaid within this 12mm 925 charm. This is so wonderful. Now, you know the very famous brand of charm bracelets that everyone absolutely adores and everyone always purchases. I had a little look online before and I found they had a couple of the drop style flowers like this, only a couple though. And 925 drops out. There was no inline gemstone in this. It looked so similar, I can't even comment. It looks so similar. £45. We're nowhere near that today. And ours has got genuine gemstone inlaid within this. Actually, I'm just pasting it against my finger. Wouldn't that be gorgeous as a ring? If you had that 925 wide, that'd be stunning. I'm going nowhere near £45 for you today. Of course, this is Jewellery Maker. We're going to give you an outstanding price. If you want to get your hands on something, let's face it, it's described as a charm, but you can use it in multifunctional. Beautiful as a ring, gorgeous, perhaps as a fastening detail just at the back of the neck. Especially if you've got like a little pixie crop. That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Your price on this today, nowhere near £45. It's yours for £9.95 for you today. How are we doing? 2 already? Under £10. What do you think of this lovely Teresa?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't it, Lush?
It's just beautiful. I'm just kind of stuck with things to say that I do with it, because it's that you just want several of them just to use in lots of different ways. I'd love to put it in a bracelet, I think, just so I can kind of see it. Just
so you can stare at it a little bit, so you can have a little look. The thing I adore about this as well is it has got that 925 stamping on the back, if I show you. Oh, sorry, I've just dropped it. That means that you're going to be able to prove instantly that this is your 925 piece, which of course sometimes, say for example on the 925 chain, you might not be able to see that, but this has written on it 925. So as soon as you're giving this as a gift, or as soon as you're making this to sell, people are going to know instantly. You know exactly what you're doing. You're working with the precious metals and you're passing that on to them. £9.95 for you on that today. Absolutely beautiful little piece for you. Got a text in, have I? Who's this from? Gorgeous dress, Becky. Samantha, you little love, thanks. Chester Market. Oh yeah, it was. Right, what did you say we were going, love? Ooh. 1.5. 1.5, yeah? Ah, in the plain ovals. Wowzers. Very, very unusual to see this gemstone. So unusual, in fact, I'm not sure how many of you will have seen it before. It is so, so calming. This has never, ever been seen by itself. This is 250 carats worth of your aragonite. This is a beautiful gemstone which was discovered in Spain. It was discovered in 1788, and its name actually from where it comes from, or where it comes near, from Aragon in Spain. This is such a stunning and calming strand for a gemstone that, let's face it, if you've not heard of it before, don't worry, quite a few people won't have it. It's a totally unique gemstone, it really is. I love the way that this forms. You know how there's always something about a gemstone that talks to you or really, really interests you. One of the things that really hit me about this was the formation of it. Now, the form of it, it works in a 6 crystalline structure manner, which is really unusual. And the closest thing to this when it comes to the chemical composition is actually the inside of a mollusk. So it's inside of a shell. So it's similar to an organic in that way. That's the closest thing in its chemical composition. Totally unique gemstone. And I've got a picture of exactly how this grows. Have a little look at the formation of that. How unusual is that for a gemstone? You know what a gemstone looks like in their formation. A lot of the time we're looking at spindles, we're looking at thorns. But this, you could see it's even got that organic feel to it, hasn't it? It actually almost looks a bit like coral, doesn't it, when you see it like that? It is a totally and absolutely unique gemstone that if you're going to be getting your hands on it today, you're truly letting yourself in for a treat. If you haven't worked with it before, I want to describe to you exactly what we're seeing here. It's got the beautiful banding, but it also has this external pittering effect, which is just so unique and wonderful. The price is a bit wonderful as well. £6.95 for you for this entire strand. That is stunning. Where's my ruler of truth? Come here, you. Hi, old friend. How long are we looking at here? Oh, easy peasy. Of course, yours might differ, but easy peasy, 40 centimetres on my strand. Easy peasy. What do you think of this?
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just absolutely beautiful.
What do you think of doing with this, love?
Oh, I actually want to make, and I do tend to do kind of a lot of pendant type sort of stuff, or where the feature's sort of in the middle of a necklace. Mm-hmm. I actually want to kind of string them and make it into sort of a full beaded necklace, put something in between just to kind of space them out a little bit, and really show them off. But they're just so stunning all together. I'd quite like to keep them all together, I think.
Would you?
Yeah.
What kind of metals would you be working with this? What kind of colours?
Silver would be absolutely gorgeous with it. Rose gold would be really nice too, actually. Or gold if you fancy. You could do anything with it, to be honest. If you wanted to kind of go a little bit more sort of antique-y, then you could go with the bronze. So it'd be gorgeous.
Really beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, so stunning. Oh, I'm not pulling a face, I've got hair in my eye. I know, it's like, why are you pulling that face? I've literally got one of my golden retriever's hair just chilling in my eye. I'm fine. £6.95. Work it with silver, work it with that rose gold. If you like rose gold, I might not have some coming up. It'd be rude for me to say. Multi-buying today, possibly even more multi-buyers than I have singular buyers on this one at the moment. This is a gemstone that if you don't know that much about it, you can do your research, you could do your work, and trust me, you will love the results. £6.95 for you on this today. Speaking of an organic, sort of, I've got one for you now. Think elegance, think high end, think the organic of the year, easily, hands down. Think Chanel, think Karl Lagerfeld, think of precious metal, combine those, and that's exactly what I've got for you here. Silver coloured cultured pearls. Hang on, what is that name? Nugget? Are you serious? I wouldn't describe them that way myself at all. These are absolutely beautiful. When I think of nugget pearls, I'm thinking of lots of pits, I'm thinking of lots of circles around the side, lots of indentations. These are so smooth, these are so soft. They have got a bit of the Baroque about them. Some of them seem to have quite a flattened back, which means they're going to rest so beautifully against the décolletage. This silver colouring is just so subtle but really, really elegant, isn't it? I can completely imagine this as a bridal piece on headswear, perhaps. Possibly even, you know, we always think of bridal and we always think of the flower girls, don't we, strewn in pearls, and I think this could definitely be that, but with a kind of a bit more of a funky, a little bit more of a modern twist to it. These are from 9x9, so you have got some perfect rounds in here actually. Oh yeah, I can see some of those now I'm looking. 9x9, so you've got some perfect rounds, to 13x9mm. Now, the thing with pearls is it truly, truly has been the thing of this year. We here at Jewellery Maker have never seen such a massive and dramatic influx of people purchasing a genuine gemstone so far, and an organic so far, ever before. This has just been so popular because it's everywhere at the moment. As soon as we saw Karl Lagerfeld have his interview in November, back end of last year, and he was saying that Chanel are going back to their roots, they're going back to Coco Chanel. They were going back to the DNA, as he put it, of the brand itself and working with genuine pearls. As soon as that happened, we've seen Chanel with all of their fashion shows, women strewn in this organic. Then, of course, that's trickled down, that's watered down. So we're seeing it everywhere on the high street at the moment. I can tell you something though, I've seen these a lot on the high street. I have not yet seen them at this price point. Yours today. $9.95. Oh my goodness. That is such an astonishing price, but I'm about to make it better for you. This is not to be missed out on. I'm only able to do this drop because I have so few, this ever so popular £7.95 on these for you today. Huh? I know. Yeah. Yeah. Teresa, $7.95. Go.
It's nuts, isn't it?
It is nuts. Do you love it?
They are absolutely gorgeous because they've got that kind of neutrality of the tone, so you could put anything else with it, but it's just a little bit softer than having kind of bright white pearls, so a little bit more of an antique kind of look, just a softer look really.
Yeah, definitely. I love the pearlescence to this as well. The pearlescence, I'm not sure if you can actually see it that well at home, possibly just due to the light source in here, but there's a pink to it which is just so delicate, like a dusky pink, again just making it perfect for bridal. Really feminine, gorgeous strand on this. There are loads of you coming in. This is a one price opportunity because these are flying out. You need to be getting your hands on them as soon as you possibly can. It is something which genuinely, if you haven't yet divulged into the pearl market, now is the opportunity. I always think it's really important with pearls in particular to show you the length of them against my neck, so I'll do that in a moment. Because when you think of a strand of pearls and you think of the necklace, what price points have you got in your head? Generally on the high street we've been seeing what, 180, 190, up to, you know, 300, 400, and that's just high street prices. We know the prices of things like Chanel and Dior, who of course have been working with this a lot, and we know the price of their necklaces. Now I'm to hold this up to my neckline. This is with it touching at the back. That to me is the perfect length for a necklace, absolutely perfect. And the fact of the matter is, if you were going to be getting this and you were going to be making something from this to sell, you know, easy peasy, even just on a general craft store, you can easily, pairing it with 925, all those gorgeous S-shapes class that I had for you earlier on, easily be charging 50, maybe even £60, depending on what you did with them. Upwards, of course. You're getting them though for $7.95. It is just such a wonderful price point. I need to let you know that these are absolutely skyrocketing out. There is people on the phone for these. Do stay where you are. Multi-buyers left, right and centre. You've actually got some pearls in your kit, haven't you? How do you feel about pearls in general?
Oh, they're gorgeous. I think it is that kind of pearlescent quality that you just can't get from something else. So it's that sort of softer tone, and it just works really well with kind of the sparkle of faceted stones, or the high shine of the unfaceted. It just provides something a little bit different, I think.
You're absolutely right. I completely agree with that. Subtlety unlike any other. $7.95, it's a one-time price point. Get it whilst you can at that price. Genuinely, you do not want to be missing out on organics at this point, because genuinely, we found it so hard to get any more in. I can't believe I'm going from one of your favourite organics to one of your favourite big four. Brand new strand of stunning sapphire. Wow. Wow. This is your beautiful, brand spanking new blue sapphire. This is one of the gemstones that has been covered in folklore and mystery and history for centuries. It is a gemstone which, when we think of sapphire, big names will shoot into our heads of designers, works of art, of celebrities and professional people. It is a beautiful strand of your most classic blue sapphire drops, and it's got that blue to it. I always describe it as the Persian blue, because back in the ancient days, Persians used to believe that sapphire was actually droplets from this wonderful big banister, this big pillar that they believed the earth rotated upon, and that's what they believed it was. They believed it was sent from that pillar by the gods as treats to the earth. It is an exceptional gemstone with a wealth of history. I've got 85 carats worth here for you of a brand new strand. Now sapphire, when we think of that, what are we thinking? Luxury. We're thinking high end, aren't we? Surely we're thinking high price point. We're thinking regal. We're thinking royal, because of course this gemstone is prevalent in pretty much every single selection of royal artifacts within the world and crown jewels the world over. It is truly an astronomical gemstone. It is astonishing that I'm able to bring this brand new strand to you of one of the big four at this price point. £24.95. Teresa, your face then, you just sort of were like, oh, I can't believe that. Why are you so shocked at that price?
Well, I mean, when I first looked over, you were talking about the big four, and I thought, well, that they look blue and they're huge.
Yeah, absolutely massive.
Like,
Let me give you a scale idea.
That large.
No, you don't, do you? That is huge, isn't it? That is a centre pendant. That is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
You literally look
So
blown
lovely.
away. You look like you've been mystified by this.
Yeah. Well, I think I paid more than that for the small rondelles of sapphire.
Yes.
I mean, admittedly, they've got a lot of work in them faceting something that small.
Of course.
But yeah, they're just so lovely.
They are
so large.
truly wonderful. Do you know what I love as well? You know, I was talking about the Persians, about the drops from the kind of pedestal that they thought the earth was on. I actually love that this is that. It is those drops, isn't it? Because they believe that the pedestal itself reflected, and that's why the sky was blue, because the sky itself was reflecting this pedestal of sapphire, which they believe the earth rotated on. And I can understand that with this strand. It has got that beautiful, rich archetypal blue to it in these beautiful drop forms. It's just so exceptional. It really is a strand that kind of myths are made of. £24.95 for you today. Now, I have got another for you. It's another strand, the same gemstone, but in a totally different form. I love that about Mother Nature and what she does with our gemstones. She gives us the same gem in a completely different format. Take a look at this faceted sapphire for you here. Oh my goodness, 35 carats worth of this multi sapphire. This instantly makes me think of Mrs. Simpson, who of course was married to Edward VIII, and it was very, very, very well reported that he actually bought her a beautiful multicoloured sapphire bracelet such as this, and she adored it so much that she actually got her tailor to take up all of the sleeves on her favourite dresses, including big names like Van Cleef. They got her to take up her Van Cleef sleeves so that she was able to show off this bracelet in this multicoloured sapphire, because it was just such an eye-catching piece and it was so sought after. And especially in those times, you know, sapphire then, as is now, it is a status symbol, isn't it? It is a sign of absolute regality and royalty and precious, seriously precious. So I wouldn't be surprised at all why someone would want to have all of their favourite high-end pieces remodelled just to show off a beautiful design such as this. It is your multicoloured sapphire. It's had a lot of work going into this. Look at the seductive sparkle on this. It is exceptional. So many colours in here, including some of the rarest with those beautiful greens. Pretty much being classed as extinct now, the green sapphires, you know, because we haven't found any in so long. I've got loads in here as well, actually. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Unlucky for some, but not for you. Of course, I can't guarantee you will get the exact same amount, but you'll definitely be getting around 35 carats worth. I can't believe the price point I'm going to on this. It's exceptional. Think of the work that's gone into this. Think of that span of the multicolours in here. Your price today, because I've only got 35, £29.95. For the work that's gone into this, for all of that colour just bursting out here, for one of the most regal of all gemstones, for a gemstone in a selection of colours that Mrs. Simpson just said, no, I need all of my dresses altering to really show off the prowess of this stunning gemstone. And you can do the exact same thing at home. What would you be doing with this, Teresa, if you were going to be working with the multicolours?
I think I'd probably end up separating them out. I mean, they look absolutely gorgeous together, to be honest, but I just quite like the idea of having a piece that you can kind of say, well, that's pink sapphire, that's green sapphire, that's the blue sapphire. I probably would be looking to get some of the little rondelles with them, and just have a bit of a play with the wirework piece to kind of frame it up, really. Really kind of show it off.
Yeah, definitely. You want to show this off. And you know, you were saying earlier about the rondelles. Of course, these aren't your sapphire, but boy, oh boy, they would show it off beautifully. How stunning would that be? Because both of them, seriously seductively sparkly, both of them really sought after gemstones. Both of them come in at under £50 per strand. You've got to love that, haven't you? You've got to. £29.95 for you today on your multi-sapphire. Congratulations to everyone who's getting their last chance on this. I'm in my last chance saloon on this right now. So I'm heading towards the bar, actually, in my last chance saloon. Teresa, what are you having, love?
Oh, on a day like today, it's absolutely gorgeous weather out there. Got to be a pear cider.
Oh, I like that. Ice.
Oh,
ice
yeah,
in the glass.
yeah.
Got to posh that. £29.95. I'll tell you what though, I've got loads of you already going on this, absolutely loads of you. I need you to be in quick because this is going to be your last chance opportunity for you to get your hands on it. HXYY65 is your code on this today. Treat yourself to it. If you want regality, if you want beauty, and if you want something so eye-catching, imperative you're checking out. Do Adele Winton, check it out. Did you used to watch Supermarket Sweep?
Yeah.
Did you?
Might be another one of my guilty secrets. Yeah. I wouldn't like to call it a pleasure.
It's actually been one of your guilty pleasures, shouldn't it? Have you just said you used to watch it on the breaks? When you didn't have a mid-show, you used to sit around and watch Supermarket Sweep. I love that. Did you too, Ben? Yeah. If you were on Supermarket Sweep, what would have been like the main things you do for the trolley dash at the end? What would you have gone to?
What would you have gone for?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be turkeys.
It's got to be turkeys. You're right. You're right. Got to be. I love how you've just sort of done an action then of how you would steal said turkeys like this. That's him with his turkeys. I have got a really amazing designer inspiration kit for you right now. I can honestly say to you, I don't think we've ever had such a selection of so many newy goodnesses. Yeah, it makes sense. I have got so many treats for you in this, so let's get started off with one of your news. Chain. Oh my goodness, serious amounts of chain as well. 10 meters worth we have of this in total. This is your 3x2 mil. Now Teresa, you have done some seriously heavy chain, layers and layers of the stuff, but you still had some left.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah. I did think when I first kind of started, it's like, I wonder if I could just kind of challenge myself to use all of the chain. And then I can actually say, you know, this is how much it is kind of made up, and I still didn't manage to get to the end. So
it is astonishing. Do you remember the last time we had this on?
Yeah.
Last time we had 10 meters worth of chain, I stood here and Ben took it into the workshop room. It was so long, it really was. Take a little look at this beautiful chain. I describe it as your flattened circles. These are interlinked, copper oval link chain, 3x2 links on this. These are wonderful, aren't they? Because genuinely, you could actually get your charms on here still. You know, sometimes with, say, the like the lariat style, sometimes you can get the loops that are a bit too small, aren't they? You haven't got that problem with this at all. Could even use it as an extender chain if you wanted. 10 meters worth of this gold colour plated chain, brand spanking new. When you see exactly how we've used it, this is that one that was like, how did you do that? And she's still not told me. Like a carrot at the end of a stick with Teresa today. I've also got in here for you a beautiful selection of pearls. New pearls, brand spanking new for you. Oh my goodness. This is so exceptional. It's so beautiful. Look at the luster on this. Look at the beautiful sort of sheen and shiller that we're getting across these. Do you know what I love about these so much? No one is going to be asking whether or not these are natural pearls, are they? Everyone's going to know instantly. You're going to know within a moment's notice that these are definitely brand spanking new. They are, it's described as golden cultured cashew pearls. I'm going more antiques bronze actually, like a bronze tone to you. Cashew pearls are just one of my favourites because you do have that natural kind of feel to them. It's a really boho, really relaxed, but really high-end feel. We don't have cashew pearls in that often. I cannot even think of the last time that I brought you a strand of cashew pearls, I'll be honest, but I'm so glad I am today. These are from around 6x5 to 8x6. They're described as golden red. Oh yeah, okay, I can get on board with that. Golden red, bronze, that is, isn't it? You've got beautiful bronze-like colouring to these, but the pearlescence is a total juxtaposition. You've got these beautiful yellows, these greens spanning across the surface. Truly is exceptional. You've also got in here a lovely strand of your moonstone. Wow, these look fab together because you've got the texture of the cashew, but then you've got this beautiful smoothness to the plain rounds of that rainbow moonstone. You've got 40 carats worth here, and it is truly a wonderful variety. Slight graduation to this too, which is always lovely to see on a plain round strand, because let's face it, don't actually see it that much, do we? As well as this, you're going to be getting 2 strands of garnets. I'll bring to you the plain bind cones I've got for you here. Only been seen once before, only once, and that is it. You have got a gorgeous richness to these. Think cranberries, think your really very berry tones. This is such a wonderful selection. This is one of the colours that's really going to be massive for autumn, winter this year. I know it's hard to say that with the sun out, but we've had a bit of the rain, we know it's coming. You've got these tones, and they've been seen absolutely everywhere on the high street. They're coming in to that winter wear. It's got beautiful clarity to these as well. Every single one of them just equally rich in tone. The saturation running throughout this is just unrivaled, it truly is. There's not areas of light and dark and patching and shading. The saturation itself just completely symmetrical throughout the whole strand, which means when you're working with this, you're not going to have to be messing around picking out the ones that look exactly the same. The whole strand has got that already. I'm going to bring you another brand new strand now of your garnet, and these are your faceted ovals. 55 carats worth, if I do say so myself. This is such a beautiful, highly faceted piece for you today. How are all of these gemstones to work with together? Teresa?
Just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'd asked for the chain, really just to have a little bit of a play and see what I could make of the chain. So I hadn't specified anything about the gemstones at all. And when I got it, it was just kind of like, oh, you know, there's not a single one of them, even kind of singly, that you wouldn't use in something.
You're totally right.
So, you know, even if you wanted to just separate them all out, you would make use of them. But together, they just work so well that you kind of have to do something with them together because it's just so lovely.
It is really wonderful, isn't it?
So, yeah, it is just one of those. It's one of those kits where it's kind of like, I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I started anyway, but it's kind of like, I could just like not do anything because chain's a staple. Kind of, you need chain whatever you're doing.
Oh, you're totally right.
I've tried to do something a little bit different with it, but even if you just used it for kind of hanging pendants on, you always need chain.
Yeah.
And as I say, each strand of the gemstones are just so luscious. Why wouldn't you get it?
Especially at the price point I'm about to give you. Should be priced £36.75. Of course, I have got new, only seen once. New. That's it. We're taking it down though. It's designer inspiration. So low in price, £26.95 for you today. You have got newy goodness. New, seen once, new. I cannot believe that. We're not allowed to do discounts on new stuff. Very, very rare. We're hardly ever allowed to do that, are we? What do you think of that? That price point?
Yeah.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
It is. And it is just one of those, you just get it. If I was at home, I'd be just buying it.
I would be selling one of your massive, extensive collection pieces for that price point, just one of them. And you have done so much with this. It really will go on time and time again. Everybody needs to check out their baskets for me, please, because it is just so wonderful. That's like, what, £9.80 price drop or something, isn't it? That is absolutely wonderful. JRGC07 is your code. You've got brand new chain, you've got brand new moonstone, you've got a brand new garnet, and you've got a brand new strand of your gorgeous Keshi pearls. When you have a look at Teresa's designs, you're going to absolutely adore them. But I would say, even if perhaps you're not thinking of doing these designs and you're just thinking, oh, I need those to finish off my collection or my stash, you are going to be able to use these over a massive range of goodies. And when you have a look at exactly how much you've made, oh my goodness, how long were you awake for doing all of this? Blimey.
It really didn't take that long, actually.
Really?
They did kind of fall together, so yeah.
Well, that's lucky, isn't it? I can't believe how much you've done, and I'm so excited to show you this collection because genuinely there's some techniques in here that I couldn't work out upstairs. I was trying to ask the people upstairs if they could work it out. They couldn't work it out either. There's going to be something for everyone today. Chain is massive at the moment, seriously high fashion, and if we're thinking of high fashion boutique, we're looking at this gorgeous collection. Isn't that so stunning? It's just wonderful design that we have there. I absolutely adore the way you've draped this.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It's something I wanted to try for a while, not knowing if it would kind of hang properly, and it does. So yeah, it was again, quite simple to put together really, a little bit of an embellishment with the stones in there. But in terms of the chain, you're just cutting lengths and adding them together with jump rings.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful design. It's so gorgeous. And look at the rest of it. I've got to show you this piece that I just haven't got a clue how it was created. Take a look. It almost looks like chainmail, this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not, really. Take a little look. This is the one that none of us could get our heads around. This is using that chain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is so, so beautiful. I love that garnet just twinkling away in there. How much chain did you use to create this about? Hard question, I'm sure.
It is a tiny amount because it's the size of your finger 5 times over, actually.
Really?
So, yeah.
You make that many?
I am demoing that one, so you will see.
How much are we looking at selling this for?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, because I think it does have that kind of that wow factor sort of look about it.
Definitely.
So it's a difficult one because in terms of kind of the components and actually how quickly it comes together, there's not endless work in there.
Yeah.
You'd be quite sort of, you've been very tempted to undervalue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think because it's garnet as well, you've actually got that prestige, and it's a gemstone that people know.
Definitely, 100%.
So yeah. I mean, I have to admit, until I've been kind of on here, I haven't done a lot of rings.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of rings since I've been here, but so rings are still a little bit of I don't know what sort of prices to try and charge with rings.
What are you saying at home though? What are you thinking? A genuine garnet, and don't forget it's a faceted garnet as well. Really wearable, really comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are we thinking? 20, 30 pounds? I just think it's so exceptional. You have created a massive amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's face it, very heavy chain designs. You've done all of your prep as well, which is essentially the stages that we're about to show you. That's already been done. And we've still got all of this left. We've still got so much of this chain left, even after those 7 pieces and after all your prep and your stages. That is astonishing. This goes to show how far it goes. Names have gone off my screen right now. I've got multi-buyers on this bundle as well. I'm not surprised. You've got high quality. You have got newy goodness in here. So do treat yourself to our glorious geisha collection today, because we're going to be showing you exactly how to work with this. Now, at that price point, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it really? £26.95. You might be getting some new stuff in the next one. Maybe. Be rude of me to say. Let me have a little start on this, shall we? Because I really need to know exactly how we've made these pieces. Tell me where we're going to start today.
With the chain, funnily enough.
Cracking place to start.
I thought I'd demo the ring because obviously there's a necklace, bracelet and earrings that kind of work along the same lines. If you want it to be a bit wider, you just add in more bits of chain, but the basic kind of principles are exactly the same.
Okay.
But obviously with a ring, you're kind of needing to think about sizes and how to kind of bring it together as well. So I thought we'll go with that one.
Okay.
So you need your chain, and you also need, I have snuck in a little bit of 0.4 wire into this one.
Okay.
This is the secret to the whole thing.
The sneaky secret.
Sneaky secret wire.
Okay.
So first thing you need to do is obviously kind of cut your chain as to the size that you want. I did use my trusty ring mandrel in terms of sizing, but what I found is because when it's kind of laid out, it twists itself so it's a bit flatter. When you put it together, it's actually kind of sitting up, so it shortens itself.
Okay.
So I lost about 4 sizes.
All right.
From just kind of popping it around to check the size, to then actually putting it together.
Okay.
So if you start 4 sizes down, and what you can do is keep a few extra links on.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay,
just
wonderful.
in case links. We've got 10 metres, so a few links aren't going to go too far amiss.
Okay.
And then what you want is 5 bits of chain that are exactly the same. So
Handy Andy
came to the rescue once again. And all I've done so far, I've got 3 pieces of the chain on there that I've cut to the size that I want. And I'll just pop the next one on.
So you're just draping those onto a head pin to get the sizes?
Yeah, I mean what you can do is one of the ones you've already got, because obviously your fingers are just in the way in terms of sizing, so just hook it onto a bit of spare wire.
Okay.
And then you can actually see, pulling that one, exactly where each one is.
Oh, I like your flush cutters, they're nice.
To be able to to be able to cut a link, the next link down, and then just take that bit off. Cut link away if it doesn't drop off, which it will, yeah. And then I want another one exactly the same as that.
Okay.
So just pop him on again.
Handy Andy's so useful for this sort of thing, isn't he?
He's come in really handy, although I did take a look at him the other day, and his head. It's just terrible whatever.
Yes. What are you trying to say?
But he was just kind of looking quizzically at what I was doing, and it was just kind of like, this is getting worrying now. I need to get out more.
Oh, bless. No, please don't. We need more of your designs.
So now we've got 5 bits of chain, all the same length. To be able to start weaving together, and that's essentially what we're doing with them. We're just weaving them together. As you can see, I've put all of them on a head pin, which is at a slight angle, just so they don't keep slipping and sliding off, they stay on. And you could use a bit of wire if you haven't got a head pin handy, but the head pins are quite nice because they're quite firm and quite thin. Because the first bit that you need to start weaving is that first end.
Okay.
And I didn't start doing this, but I recommend it just in terms of the sizing, to start in the middle of your wire.
Okay. So that's the 0.4, isn't it?
This is 0.4 wire.
In the same colouring, okay.
Yeah. So then it hides it and then no one knows.
Just to let you know, I am in my last chance saloon on this kit currently. Once you check out of your baskets, I will be dramatically below that. Please do check out, absolutely imperative at this point. Just check it out, then it's yours. Easy peasy.
You know that thing that Mark, the secret signal that Mark does?
No.
About, getting someone to buy for him?
Oh, right, yeah.
The secret signal.
Yes,
I need to come up with one.
You need to make one.
So I want this.
A casual one.
Dad, can you buy it for me?
A casual sign.
Yeah.
What would your casual logo be?
I don't know.
Maybe just like an over-the-top exaggerated hairbrush. Like a kind of, like that. That's casual, isn't it?
Yeah, that wouldn't be noticeable at all.
No, right, fair dude. I'll work on it for you, babe. I'll work on it for you.
Anyway, I think it's
working in the middle then, with your 0.4 bend.
Yeah, so I've bent the middle so I know where the middle is. And actually you can use that bend in your first sort of bit. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is thread it through the links that are on the head pin. Don't know if you can kind of see that, but it's definitely where the head pin sort of links are. The next row is probably the fiddliest one to do.
Okay.
I'll use that bend. So I've taken up the other end of the wire. Oh,
yeah.
It's just decided to pack itself through. Oh, and fall off. This
nightmare.
This is not going well,
no, it's all right. Could you put a loop in the end of that head pin?
You could. That
just
because
then it would never fall off, would it?
But I do want to kind of slip it off at some point.
Right,
so yeah, I mean, what you could do is just to help, just kind of kink it.
Yes,
up
got
a
you.
bit, see if that works.
Okay.
We'll test it out.
We'll test
live.
it. We'll test it for you.
What I might do is leave that out just a little bit, and then I can kind of pull that through because it's gone through again. It's just not going to play ball. Because obviously at home you can hold all of this together, but here I can't really because you won't see a thing. So taking the other end of the wire, if I just pull that around there a minute. The next thing you need to do, and this is why this is the most fiddly sort of bit, is to get each one of the links lining up in the same way. So what I'm trying to do is come from sort of front to back in each of the links, which means they're all in the wrong order for me. I'm sorry, I don't know how you're going to kind of see it back to front, but I don't
We
think
use our
I can do it,
imaginations.
any other way. What I will do once we've got a couple of the rows is I'll show you it on my finger, which might be a little bit easier. But this is just holding everything together at the moment.
Okay.
So the next bit of wire will go through each of the links, and you've just kind of rowed them up so they're all sitting in the same direction. Oh, I let go of the wire, that wasn't helpful.
You can see that they're all linking in the same place now, can't you? That's it.
So you can see it kind of going through it. So I would hold everything if I was at home.
Yeah.
But, as I say, it wouldn't make for a very good demo if you just can't see
If you couldn't see
anything
anything.
past my fingers.
No, you're right,
really.
it wouldn't.
That would be quite boring. So I'm just going to get that bend. Just one bend in the wire will do for now.
Okay.
Thank you. So we've now got 2 rows that are actually kind of done on the chain.
I see.
And then this bit of wire you're not going to use for a while. So actually,
the top bit, the first one.
what you can do is just kind of hook that up out of the way
So you don't
for a
have to worry
bit, so
about
that does hold everything together a little bit at the top.
Okay.
Try not to kind of pull them too far out of skew, otherwise you're just giving yourself a bit more of a job. And then the next row we're kind of going back in the other way really. So again, I'm wanting to go from front to back on each of the chains. Sometimes they play nicely with you, but because it's live TV, it won't.
Of course they won't today.
And then if you just hold them, give them a little bit of tension, it'll keep them in place. That one just wants to flip round, but the others seem to be sitting quite nicely. And then that's the third row. And if you just kind of pull it through carefully, try not to get a bend in it until right at the last minute there, then it will just kind of all lock in. And as you can see, the next row down, although I've pulled the head pin out of a bit of alignment there.
That's all right, don't worry.
The next row down is now kind of sitting quite nicely.
Yeah.
So sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Okay.
And all you need to do is carry on along the same lines until you get towards the end of that row. I'll just do this one more time.
Okay.
See if I can do it without my fingers in the way, so you can at least kind of see.
So you're sort of
going.
corsetining it and you're doing a zigzag motion, aren't you, through these links?
And you will tell if you're if you've gone wrong, if it's kind of twisted round, it just won't sit right. Because what you're actually doing with each of the links normally are kind of crossed in that way. So what you're trying to do is just get them to sit up in that kind of a manner.
I see.
So if one was sort of then the other way,
You'd be able to tell straight away.
You would be able to tell.
That's good.
So carry on all the way down until here's one I weaved earlier.
If you have just tuned in and you think, I've not seen that chain before, where do I get that from? This is your opportunity. Last chance though, really last chance on this. Your names have gone off my screen already. You're coming back onto them now though. There's so many of these gone. Brand spanking new 10 meters worth of chain. Brand spanking new strand of this most gorgeous Keshi pearls. When's the last time you saw Keshi pearls? Yonks. Brand spanking new strand of garnet as well for you here, faceted to perfection. Beautiful brand new strand of your graduated moonstone too, and an only seen once before strand of your garnet bicombs. If you want new deliciousness, if you want to be one of the first people to own these gorgeous components, now's your opportunity. And think about it, we don't generally actually drop the price of brand new things, do we? But today, because it's designer inspiration, we have. It should have been almost £10 more than it is today. You're getting it for £26.95. Imperative that you 15 or so people do check it out of your baskets. Once that takes place, I will be in so low figures. Get it whilst you can, £26.95, and you too can create all of that. So you've concertinaed it all together now.
So yeah, so this is it in sort of one thread woven through.
Yeah.
And it's still quite sort of floppy. And what you'll find at the moment is the sides do kind of have the side loops sort of stick out a little bit as well. I will skip ahead just for a minute, because that's it kind of done double, which I'll show you in a minute. But the question really for everyone to decide is which one they kind of prefer. There are some occasions where you might want it just that little bit looser. You might want to use these loops and hang gemstones off of them, or just have that kind of movement. And I think the bracelet I did kind of leave as a single weave. But for the ring I wanted something just a little bit more structural.
I see. If I show you the side of this, you'll be able to see when we left it as a single weave. There you go.
Yeah, I was going to weave that one right the way round and put some gemstones at the end, and then thought, oh, actually, what if I leave the middle bit on
I
woven?
quite like that layered effect.
So yeah, it's just another bit of an experiment, really.
Why not? Why not?
So as I say, this one I want to create a little bit more neatly. Pull it together and tighten it up a bit. And what you might find as well, if it is looking a bit ragged at this stage, if it isn't looking exceptionally neat, going over it again is your chance to kind of neaten it up. It's surprising how much neater it gets, even if it's not quite tidy to start
So
with.
it neatens it, and it also gives it kind of more rigidity, doesn't it? It gives it more of a strength to it, because that looks really malleable to me, but as a ring it's much stronger, isn't it?
Yeah, and as I say, what you're doing again is, you're getting each one to sit up, so it will pull it a little bit shorter again, and it will lock together.
Fab.
So this is the piece that we left previously.
The one that we kept out of the way.
This is the one that we've woven down, and as you can see, I've got kind of 3 links at the end there that I haven't woven yet.
Yeah.
They're my just in case links to check sizing. And then all we're going to do is go back the other way. So whereas this started, went through that way and then back in the second row. This one we're going to go the other way for the second row, and that's the one that's going to be probably the fiddliest, just because it's not quite sort of lined up. But as you can see, that's just kind of going through.
So you're concertinaing back on itself, essentially, aren't you?
Yeah, and what you find once you've kind of got away from the edge, or if you popped a little bit of wire in that edge, don't worry about that sort of end link. It will flop about a bit until you kind of lock everything together at the end. Is that what you can do once you've got going? It is a little bit, obviously it's a bit tighter, so you've got to kind of find your route through those links, which one of them, the end one, because it's sitting out a little bit, is what you can do with your other finger is kind of hold that end piece, and then it is actually kind of keeping it all under tension whilst you're weaving through. And I think what I ended up doing, just it was just kind of the natural way of doing it, is each time I kind of needed the other end, the wire the other side, I kind of moved fingers, really. So that's, I've pushed it through, going right to left, and then to save me doing this, swap over, pull it with my left hand. So get a little bit of exercise whilst you're doing it as well. And you've just got to keep going all the way down to lock all of that in place. I'll do a couple of rows, and again you'll be able to see kind of on the same piece the difference that it's making. And if you're finding it's difficult because you're actually sort of, as we were going front to back before, you're actually coming from the back forwards on these. And again, my last link's just going to not want to play. So I shall use that as a bit of an experiment, as a bit of a show and tell in a moment then, is you might want to kind of turn it over, because then you're coming front to back again.
I see.
This one, as I say, this link doesn't quite want to work at the end there. It's getting through 4, but not the final one.
So you just use your ply.
So actually the aul's really handy, just to kind of pick up that final link. I don't know if you can kind of see exactly where I'm at.
Just to pick up that link.
Just to pick it up and kind of flirt it into the right sort of line that you want it. Which again, I'm kind of the wrong-handed to be able to do it.
I'll tell you what, if I let you do that to yourself, because it's hard to work it for the camera, isn't it? If I let you do that by itself, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to get your hands on something a little bit special. Because you were saying earlier about maybe draping pieces off the ring or off the bracelet in like a charm style, and you could of course do that with a selection of your jump rings. Take a look at this. 150 pieces of genuine 925 sterling silver for you today. Let me show you one separately. These are your open jump rings, sorry. I say close because as soon as you look at them initially, the close on them is just so beautiful. These would be absolutely exquisite in chainmail if you have managed to see some of lovely Debbie B's chainmail step-by-step tutorials that we've been doing once a month on the show this year. Then you will know exactly how important it is to get your hands on 925 if you want to create really high-end chainmail pieces. It is such a wonderful, wonderful little piece to have in your stash because we can use it for chainmail, of course, that might be the first thing you think of, but you can also use these, as we said, adding on gemstones, adding on drops, use them in earrings, use them really simply just as a selection of links and make your own 925 chain if you wish. You've got 150, so you've got absolutely loads of opportunities to do that. Your price today should be, because let's face it, 925 has gone up in price, but we're going to give you money off, and I don't know why, but I'm not going to complain. Your price today is not £11.85. Your price is dropping down for 150 pieces of 925. Yours today at just £8.95.
That is ridiculous.
That is astonishing, isn't it? 925, we know the price of your 925. We know that it's gone up by around 22.3% since the end of March. Well done, multi-buyers. Maybe you lot have been watching the chainmail DVDs and you want to get your hands on this. These will be perfect for chainmail because it describes them as open jump rings, and they are open. By the way, this is going to be a sellout, but it's so cut. Look at how intricate that cut is. So you know that if you're going to be working with chainmail with these, there is no easy chance of them just opening up and falling apart. That saw cut on there is just exquisite. Serious workmanship gone into this. 150 pieces, okay. I don't even dare think. Have I got my sizings on these, by the way, Danny Love? I don't even want to hazard a guess at how many meters worth of wire this would be. They're 5mm, so that's, hang on. Yeah, 5mm, so you're getting 3 packs of 50 pieces, which is why it's 150. They are 5mm down, that's the external diameter, so you could really easily do kind of the Byzantine with these. Multitude of different weaves you could do with these if you so wish to get involved with your beautiful chainmail. These are going like the clappers. I had 180s to start off with, but I'm heading really fast towards half of my stock gone. Let's face it, at that price point, it would be rude not to. We don't have that much 925 on at the moment, especially with that influx in price. It's been really hard to purchase. Of course, 925 and precious metals, they're always going to be popular. They're always going to be in fashion. They're always going to be the niche, the thing 85 left, that is it, go quickly. They're always going to be in fashion. It's always going to be high end. They're also going to always going to absolutely adore it and love it, aren't they? Because let's face it, quality doesn't go out of fashion, and that's exactly what you've got here. You have got quality, you have got luxury, you have got all of this at, let's face it, a bargain basement price, just £8.95. Got 59 of these left. I started off with almost 200. It is your chance to get your hands on it. Now, I've spoken about chainmail quite a bit. Chainmail is essentially kind of what it says on the tin, really. When you think of these chainmail designs, I'm sure you'll have seen them all over the place. Debbie B's been doing step by step. I have got a chainmail DVD coming up for you in a little bit that you can get your hands on. If you're brand new and you want to get your hands on it, I'm going to be doing it in a moment or two for you. For all of you brand newbies who maybe have really seen the chainmail around, seen the chainmail in fashion on the high streets, maybe that's what you've been planning on getting into. I've got you a DVD so you can take these home. Have a little Debbie B in your home. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? She's coming up in a moment. Stay exactly where you are because I've got her on the DVD. I've got 37 of these left. I'm heading towards my last chance saloon on this. Not surprised at that price slash. Should have been nearly £12. Now you're looking at £8.95. I need to let you know as well that the phone is going absolutely crazy. Although that says I've got 33, we are behind because there are queues. That is behind. It takes time to catch up with itself, the countdown. I can tell you now I'm heading towards the bar in my last chance saloon, easy peasy. £8.95, I'm gonna have to move on because it's gonna be a sellout. Stay on the phone. If you do want to get your hands on chainmail, then I have 2 of the DVDs coming for you now. Let's have a little look at both of these DVDs, because if you want to get started, maybe you'd love Debbie B's demonstrations, but perhaps you just don't have the time to maybe watch it back on YouTube, or perhaps you just missed the show itself, you forgot to put it on record. Well, don't worry, because a lot of the things she's been teaching us and some of the basic detailed designs are going to be in both of these DVDs that I've got coming up for you now. You've got edition 1 and you've got edition 2 here today. On edition 1, we're very much looking at the introduction. We are looking at how to work with jump rings, how to do a 2-in-2, which is one of the most simple weaves, but it's gorgeous little look. It shows you how to do the box weave on this, as well as the Byzantine, which I think we all know is kind of a very, very traditional effect for these. You've also got your edition 2 as well, which goes much more into the projects. Show you a little bit of it now with the lovely Carol. It shows you how to do lots of designs, including how to make your own jump rings, how to create these really standout pieces. We know that these are normally £4.95 each, which means that it should be £9.90 for both. Today though, we're taking it down, edition 1 and 2. Get your hands on it whilst you can. If you're brand new, this is for you. Price today, just £7.95 for you. That's it. Get yourself started. Maybe you've tried it out a little bit before, you're having a bit of difficulty. Do not worry. Get this home. You can watch it back time and time again. If you don't get it, don't worry. Just pause it, rewind it, learn it again, carry on. Even if you've been doing it a little bit of time yourself, you just want to brush up on those techniques, those ideas, how to make your own projects, how to do your own jump rings. This is going to be the collection for you. Should be £9.90. You're getting it today, both of them, just £7.95. Almost 2 hours worth of fun for you today. Have a guest designer in your own home. £7.95 for you today. You can see some of the beautiful designs that they're creating here. Lovely thing about chainmail is you don't actually need that many tools. There's not lots and lots of tools. You pretty much just need the basics and you can get yourself started. Both of these today are £7.95. Have you ever tried chainmail before?
I love chainmail.
Julia, tell me your favourite thing about it.
I just think it's so therapeutic. Have we got time to tell you a little story about chainmail?
Yes, go on.
Right.
Story time with Teresa.
Way back when, I'm not saying how long ago, but I was a teenager at the time.
So just 10 years ago.
When the internet didn't exist, I have to kind of tell you this.
The internet didn't exist?
No, we used to have kind of like catalogue. I found a craft catalogue. Obviously, Jewellery Maker didn't exist either. Of course. That makes things a lot easier. And it had got this thing in there. It didn't actually call it. It might have been helpful if it called it chainmail, but it didn't. But it was just like these rings kind of woven together. I don't know how that happens. That's just a miracle. How on earth do you do that?
Yeah.
I was so taken with it. I could actually at the time buy silver jump rings and the instructions from said catalogue. So sent off, waiting for them in the post. My package came, I got the jump rings, they were out of stock of the instructions.
Oh no, so you just had loads
I
of
didn't
jump
know.
rings, no idea what to do.
No, and then years later, actually on a magazine, I found this thing that was there and it said it was chainmail. It's like, thank you.
Finally.
So I could actually finally put my jump rings together in the chainmail. So I had to wait about 15 years before I could.
You don't have to wait any longer, Teresa. I've got 2 DVDs here, £7.95. Yeah.
But I mean, I think, well, I mean, you can go as complicated as you like, and I think it is so addictive that you're just going to kind of build your skills. But even kind of really simple weaves just look so intricate and so amazing.
You're completely right.
It is just getting the knack of it. And yeah, if you've got a DVD, you can just kind of stop, rewind, replay if you didn't kind of catch something, just to get that kind of knack of how to put the jump rings together, then you're sorted really. It
is really therapeutic. Yeah. It's the type of thing you can do when you're watching the Corrie, isn't it? This is some of our chainmail ideas on here. This is with the chainmail itself. I've had a text in. Hello, text message. Here's some more examples of that chainmail from Catherine. Hi ladies! Becky, I wanted to say you're awesome. Oh, Mom, stop texting me. Who says, Teresa, all I can say is, wow, how gorgeous your designs are.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
That's really lovely of you. Thank you so much. Put a smile on my face. Gobsmackingly gorgeous. The necklaces are sumptuous. Oh, good word. And that ring, well, looks worth about £1,000 if it was in solid gold. Spot on with that. Totally. You could see that if this was solid gold, you would, wouldn't you? You could imagine this being in those quadruple figures, couldn't you? Absolutely could. Squeeze in another one before we get back to our demo. This is from Michelle. Hello, lovely lady. I've just turned on and seen this wonderful design, but what gauge wire is the fantastic Teresa using, please? It's the 0.4
It's
on
0.4,
this, isn't it?
yeah. Which, given the links that you've got, they're quite fine links. We'll go through them twice without any trouble. 0.6 might just about go through, but I think you've got the malleability with the 0.4, so you're not having to kind of worry about it just kind of kinking in the wrong place, and then you're trying to kind of unthread it and rethread it through. The 0.4 just, you know, slides straight through and sits in place nicely.
So it's perfect for that. I hope that helps you out. Thank you very much. Keep texts coming in, 60777, start text with the word JM Studio. If you have just tuned in, like lovely Michelle has, this is what you're getting in the kit. The info's coming back up now. 10 metres worth of a brand new chain. You've got a beautiful length of your brand new Keshi pearls. You've got, oh, I know it's fainting because there's so many new things. You've also got in here those beautiful garnets. You've only seen them once before in your plain bicone, 70 carats worth. You've got that moonstone as well, brand new, and brand new, highly faceted, gorgeous garnet here in those faceted ovals. All of that today massively reduced to just £26.95. Get it whilst you can, last couple left. Lovely jubbly.
Just
so,
thought,
we're back to you.
Before I put it together, I just thought I'll just check how long a piece of chain I actually, because I just kind of measured it on the ring mandrel.
Okay.
It's actually on the board here, which is a bit easier to kind of measure the inches. It's 2.5 inches, which by my reckoning is about 6-7 centimetres.
This piece here?
So yeah, so 5 of those.
Yep.
So you're talking 30-35 centimetres.
Okay.
You could probably get
And is
about
that once
3
it's
in a
ruched?
metre. Well, it'll be around
Similar.
about the I haven't got
Fab, good one. So we're looking probably to me around, yeah, it looks about,
yeah, okay, maybe 3
9
inches actually, 3
yeah.
inches kind of raw.
so about 9, 10, maybe a little bit more centimetres. Fab.
So yeah, so you've really got, you know.
But we're always making it full ring sizes bigger than we think we need.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you've done it before, you know how many links, you're confident, and there is a little bit of leeway at the end as well. You can make it a little bit bigger if you need to, but as I say, I've just kind of got those for security.
Okay.
So this one I've kind of woven part way, and you can see it is just sort of locking together a little bit more than going through just kind of once. And then this is as far as it's kind of gone back down to those sort of three at the end kind of ones, and then I just measure it on the ring mandrel again to see where I'm at, and I think I was going for an N actually,
Okay.
if I recall, an N or an O, which actually if you see where the wires coming out, I'll just pull those out, it is actually just about kind of meeting the start of it, so I don't think I need to do any more.
Okay.
If you wanted at this point to make it a little bit larger, then you could just weave one through, another link one way, one through the other way, and just keep going with those spare links. But seeing as I don't need them, I'm just going to chop them off.
Ooh.
And just be a bit careful that you're chopping the right link.
Nice flush cutters there you've got there, Teresa. Do you like
They're
flush
lovely,
cutters?
aren't they? I do love my flush
Are
cutters.
you a fan of them?
I'm quite a fan of them.
Oh,
yeah. I do love
Why
my flush
is
cutters.
everybody obsessed with them? Genuinely, people just go gaga for these.
I have to admit, I first used them on the show.
Yeah.
Because I have been jewellery making for quite some time. I started off with not even the basic toolkit, it's way before then, just some basic tools, some cheap tools. And I always kind of thought, well, you just kind of go through cutters at a rate of knots really, so there's not much point spending lots of money on them. What difference is it going to make? And then I got a bit more into wire work and thought actually I could do with something that's a little bit kind of flush, a bit neater finish, a bit neater at the edges. But then when I used these on the show, they just cut through the wire so nicely. It is the butter through knife kind of scenario. and if you've had cheap cutters for a while, you suddenly realise how blunt they actually get.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually.
So so it was just kind of the combination of that sort of the ease of use and the finish that you get. It was just kind of, I've got to get the next time I'm actually not on the show and they're getting sold, I needed to get some. So I did.
So you managed to get them in the end. £29.95. Genuinely, think of all of our guest designers here. They all have pairs of these. They come out time and time and time again. They are so named because they will just give you that beautiful flush cut. If you've ever maybe made yourself an earring wire and you found that it just doesn't fit quite right, it's at a point, it's uncomfortable, then you're not going to have the problem with this at all. It even cuts through our thickest of gauges. I'm talking the 125 and the 1.5 as well. It's just exceptional. £29.95 for you. MKBN69. Every time we have these in, they fly out like a lark. They are so popular. Get your hands on them today at just £29.95 before they're gone again. Treat yourself to them. It's an amazing product, isn't it? And at that price point, at £29.95, it might be something that perhaps you're not used to seeing, because of course we are doing, our toolkits around the £15 mark, and you get lots and lots of tools in there. This is really about professionalism. This is really about making your life so much easier. This is about never again making those pieces that you wear or you give as gifts and you're worried that they're going to be scratching or irritating the skin because you just haven't managed to get a beautiful smooth cut, have you?
No.
You're not going to have that issue. We've got a few reviews for you on this actually. This is our review from FIFO, which is an external company, so these are all reviews that have been sent in. Unbelievable yet again. The flush cutters are brilliant. Thank you very much for sending that in. These are wonderful. They make wire trimming so easy and clean cut. Thank you for that, Susan from Suffolk. We've also got Linda. Love them. Wish I'd known about them before. Linda, I think you've just summarised perfectly there what a lot of people think about these. You'll think a cutter is a cutter until you get these and you work out what it really means to get quality. Excellent tool. I just like it. Just like it was advertised. Thank you very much for that, Hayden. Last one. I've got loads of reviews on this. We'll just squeeze in a few. I could not do without them. Summed it up there, absolutely beautiful from Greater London. Do you agree with those?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of other things to say about them. I mean, particularly in kind of comparison with your standard cutters, the ends are more of a point.
Yeah,
so you can actually get them into tight spots as well for kind of cutting. And the handles, if you've got any issues at all with dexterity, with arthritis, it's just so comfortable to hold in your hand as well. So yeah, just on those 2 points, they're worth getting.
Definitely.
So yeah, they're lovely.
Because they just rest past your palm, don't they? So they're not digging in as you can find it, which is important.
It's really nice kind of stuff, so you're not slipping on them either.
No.
They stay where you've got them in your hand. So
absolutely. Yeah. Get your hands on them whilst you can at just £29.95, because let's face it, once they're gone, they're gone. Lovely jubbly. So let's get going again on this beautiful piece.
Noticing I'm starting to make a bit of a mess here.
Don't
Such
worry.
a messy crafter.
Don't
worry. So all I've done now is just kind of chop off those straggling bits of chain. So I've got it exactly the length that I want, and you might be able to see again on the mandrel a little bit better now. Where's my N and my O? That there now. just meeting.
Yeah, just touching.
You might want them overlapping ever so slightly, but as I say, you might want them a little bit further away, and then actually set the stone inside rather than sitting on top.
I see.
So you've got a few options there anyway, and that's where you can kind of adjust the size a little bit. And in order to lock it together, all I'm going to do is take one of my wires through one side of the other end, the end you started with, and the other one back the other way, if I can get it through, because obviously you've now got 3 pieces of wire going through that end.
Okay.
And just pull that
So it's
together.
locking it in.
And what you'll then find, actually this one's gone through, this one's gone together really well. That actually you might be able to just kind of put that, tidy those ends up and leave it kind of plain. You can't really see where the join is particularly. But I think the only thing is I've kind of pulled one of those ends quite tightly, so they're beginning to bunch together. If you left it loose, you could actually end up just locking it together and have a ring that's just plain, just there.
Okay.
If you wanted them a little bit further apart or needed them a little bit further apart, and I just wonder if I can just kind of get that.
You could just ease them apart.
Just ease them apart a little bit. If you needed to adjust it to make it just that little bit larger. Gone
Okay.
a little bit too far now. Then what you end up with is a little loop that you can see in that sort of space.
Yeah, I see.
So that was all I wanted to hide, really, with the stone. So then you're just kind of working out where you want the wire to be in order to kind of put the stone on. And what I might do is just take it through perhaps the centre there, just so it's kind of sitting in the middle of that bit. And I don't know, I think I probably only need one through this stone, just so I can get that stone kind of central. Pop on your chosen garnet, and then just get it to sit in the place that you want it to sit, and then take that wire back round, however you want to kind of finish it off. And I think all I did was just kind of took it through that loop again to lock it in place on the inside of that loop. So I normally get to this stage of stuff and then it's just, well, I'll just finish them off however best I can finish them off, really. So obviously what you're trying to do is hide the ends and finish it however you want it. And again, this one, you could probably just kind of leave like that, wrap the loop inside or hide it inside the chain.
Okay.
But what I did on that one was just tuck those wires around that stone a couple of times just to sort of hide the workings a little bit. This one's sort of sitting on the outside anyway, so just take that one around that side, and then take them either inside the ring just to finish them off, or as I say, just kind of pop the ends inside the chain. There's enough room just inside one of the links of the chain to be able to hide that quite nicely, and that's the ring kind of done then.
How wonderful is that? Easy peasy, super wearable and just beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us that. You have got such a beautiful selection here. Don't forget, for me, it's just £26.95. And with this amount of goodies, serious money making possibilities with this, right?
Yeah.
And you still had loads left over as well.
Well, yeah. As I mean, this ring, it's kind of 30-40 centimetres of the chain.
And you've got 10 metres worth of that.
Or if all you wanted to do with the chain was to have chains to put pendants on, you'd be talking about probably 20 chains at least.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? Don't forget of this chain, which is brand spanking new. How about you take a look at it before it's ruched for the ring? You have got your flattened rounds, I would describe them as here. 10 metres worth. It is brand spanking new. If you want to know exactly how to get this beautiful corsetina defect, this beautiful sturdy ring, comfy though, to wear piece, all you have to do is watch us back on our YouTube, which is coming up at the bottom of your screen now. It's just youtube.com/jewellerymaker UK for us today. Brand new of this. Do not forget at all, brand spanking new. This is the newest of newestness that we've seen. It really, really is. You've got that gorgeous, gorgeous Keshi pearls in there as well, in that like antique bronze tone. Brand new again on this graduated strand, which actually is going to work out perfectly for the ring.
Yeah.
Because if you decide to make it a bigger band, you could of course use the larger ones. Or if you wanted to make it a bit dainty, you could use some of the smaller ones. Gorgeously faceted and brand new. You've also got another bit of brand new when it comes to those beautiful 40 carats worth of that rainbow moonstone. Now you can't actually see the schiller on this, but let me tell you, it is a beautiful selection of blue. And then you have the only once before seen garnet as well in those beautiful deep ruby-like tones. All of this today was just £26.95, and let's face it, at that price you could sell just one of these necklaces and start making money back instantly. And you have got serious money making possibilities on this. You've got to be quick though, it's ever so popular with this today, because let's face it, it's newy goodness, isn't it? So much new,
yeah.
So many new things for you in here today. And now treat yourself to these right now, because we are going to be moving on after the break. I have got so many goodies for you. I have got brand new strands galore. I have got brand new shepherd's hooks, question mark. Do I? I have got for you as well some S-shaped clasps. I have got a beautiful, exceptional strand that I keep giving you a little twinkle of as well. That is my zircon, and it's coming up for you after the break. I will see you in a wee while.
We've teamed up with Make and Sell Jewellery magazine to offer our customers an exclusive promotion. From the 4th to the 8th of August, we're giving you the chance to get a 6-month subscription to Make and Sell Jewellery magazine for just $19.99, saving a massive 33%. Simply go to the website or call 01795 414 964 and quote the discount code JMOffer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for more details.
Book now to take part in the Gemporia experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of our TV studios, meet the presenters, and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments, and a 3-course dinner. Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page, where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. My name is Rebecca Redican, and joining me today I have the exquisite bit of a genius, Teresa. Hi, love.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. Have you seen your challenge?
I have.
What do you think of it?
I think it's great.
It's a bit wonderful, isn't it,
It's
actually?
lovely, yeah.
Why do you like it so much?
Well, I mean, I've had a little bit of a play with the strands. Just sort of think, okay, so what shall I put with what? And first thing I thought was, well, actually they all go really well together.
Oh yeah.
The two sort of turquoises, the two blues together, are looking absolutely gorgeous. And the sort of 3 paler strands as well look great together. The pink and the yellow, obviously, because it's kind of very floral, you can kind of use them interchangeably with the others anyway. So, but they are lovely. And all the same sizes as well, which is just really handy.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? A lot of the time when we've got the same shape and the same size, we're working with symmetry. So instantly, a lot of the time, naturally for us, we will like that. It's pleasing to the eye. It's like when you make a design and you just slightly get one link wrong, or you slightly don't do the twirl right and your eye draws back to it, back to it, back to it. Symmetry is something that as a human, as a natural human disposition, we enjoy symmetry, and that's exactly what you've got here. But then you've got that twist, because you've got these beautiful power pops, this different variety, this different range of colour and transparency. It truly is a wonderful little selection for you today. You have got 4 of these, and they're so beautiful. I absolutely adore them. We'll be bringing these to you in a little bit. Have you had ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, but I'm not letting you know.
Might have a ring already.
What size is that?
Oh, don't know.
Can you find out for me?
Might be Becky sized.
Oh, see, this is why I love you so much. Okay, I've got loads of bundles and loads of goodies for you today. Now, the fact of the matter is, as soon as I've got a bundle for you, it's a power of purchase. Now, what I mean by that is, as with anything, when you are getting yourself quite a few things in one place, you're able to pass on a better discount, a better range. Think of things like your Costco, your big bulk buy-in places. It's essentially like that. Because I'm giving you so much here, I'm able to do you an astonishing little price on some astonishing little gemstones. Take a look at these for me, because this falls into exactly the same category I've just been talking about. You have the symmetry in this of the shapes. All of these are plain wheels today. Now, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the life of this. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful internal glow. That is spicy, isn't it? That is seriously spicy. This is bright. This is fun. This is kind of the sunshine outside, isn't it? The inner life of this gemstone is so wonderful. Look at the brightness there. Look at that impactful glow that we've got into this. It really is. It's one of those strands that you just look at and you think, oh, that's wow. It kind of flashes at you. It like gives you a cheeky little wink. I absolutely adore this. So beautiful. And sticking along that same sign as kind of give you a little bit of a wink, a little bit of a nod. I've got labradorite for you here, the quality of which is properly astonishing. Look at that, you can see the shiller from there. You can see that labrador essence spanning across this easy peasily. Blues, yellows, golds on this, 65 carats worth on these wheels. You've also got yourself your shaded smoky quartz. Now, smoky quartz, of course, beauty within the eye of the beholder, but it's very much said that the higher the quality of your smoky quartz, the higher the price, and that is due to the smokiness. So the more smoky, the darker it is, often higher the price. Look at this. That is a smoky strand, isn't it? So already we need to have our head up there in price points of what we're thinking. I've already got loads of this going. I better get your pricing for you, hadn't I? Today should be. Nope. 13, it's unlucky. Who wants that? We're going to take it down for you. I've only got 21 left though. Get it today. £9.95. That's working out to over £3.80 a strand. That's it. Genuine gemstones on these. And can I point out, look at the length of these ones. That's the smoky quartz and the labradorite. It is serious size on these. Look, I'm looking at around what? 35, 40 centimetres on this, way above our average. I've only got 18 left now. I'm not surprised, because you're getting a beautiful selection, a gorgeous colour palette that spans throughout, amazing quality. They're all in your wheels, and it's at a really good price of just £9.95 today. 16 left of these. These are your bonfire wheels. Oh, I like that. Smoky quartz, lemon quartz, and your labradorite. Get it whilst you kind of got multi-buyers on this. This collection itself just works exquisitely well, doesn't it? Look how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous to be able to work with such a variety and such a gorgeous selection for you today. I've got 15 of them left. That's it. It's really very, very beautiful. Oh, Ben, I've missed your Beatles impressions in my ear. I love it. We need to get you out doing your impressions as well soon, Ben. Once Pete's impression well runs dry. Tomorrow. Ryan said that, not me. I've also got for you another little bundle here, which I just need to point out how gorgeously this goes with the last one. Doesn't it? Isn't that really lush? Oh my goodness, I love. Let's take a little look at these. Again, working with symmetry in this. Working with these plain bicones on every single one of our strands. 50 carats worth on here in each strand. The citrine, the labradorite and the sky blue apatite here. Now when we think of sky blue apatite, what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for a serious boost, a serious zest, a real brightness. And you tell me, do you think we've got that here? I certainly do. 100% do. This is bright, this is breezy. That is that kind of dip your toe in the Maldives pool type of colour, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. This is such a beautiful, bright, vibrant colour. And again, it's one of those really sunshine skies, which just works perfectly with this beautiful citrine that I have here. Really gorgeous clarity to that citrine. It's something that really is a treat when we manage to get it. It's such a beautiful selection. Well done everyone who's already purchased this and has already checked it out, because let's face it, we don't get plain bicones that often, let alone ones that come in a bundle that go so well together. Beautiful bicone bundle for just $12.85. No. Not interested in that price whatsoever. Designer Inspiration, it's your power of purchase. Bundle price today, £8.95. 3, 6, 9. That's less than £3 per strand. That was my quick maths. That was less than £3 per strand. Oh my goodness, that price is absolutely astonishing. Oh, it's going down quick though. Lovely Teresa, you look just really happy about this. Why are you looking at them so adoringly?
Well, they're just lovely, aren't they? I think it's just, I've never put those three together for some reason. And I was kind of thinking, the yellow, is it citrine, and labradorite would kind of go really well together. But the apatite looks just stunning with them as well. So actually just using all three together is brilliant. I think for me as a designer, just finding new combinations of gemstones to put together is just a joy. So I'd put those three together any day of the week.
And it is a beautiful selection. Our for me stock has gone. I've got about 20 in baskets at a glance. Once they're gone, I'm only going to be having about 4 left. You've got that beautiful glow of the sunshine blue. You've got that gorgeous sky tone. Then you've got the sunshine itself with the citrine. And then you've got that labradorite, which just takes on both of them perfectly with that labradorescence, the golds, the blues. It's just an exceptional little collection. And guess what? All of you are on board with me. I'm sorry to say though that people are missing out now. I've got 15 left. I've got about 20 still in baskets. Imperative that you're checking out at this moment in time for me, please. Do get your hands on it whilst you can. 13, unlucky for some. Absolutely, because there's about 25 of you with it in your baskets. It is a sellout standard procedure. Just check out as soon as you can on any of our deals. Don't forget, it's only $2.95 for the whole day. No matter how many times you check out, it doesn't matter if you only buy this today, you'll be paying $2.95. It doesn't matter if your postman is lugging a bag full of swag down your drive, looking like he just wants to possibly attack you because it's so heavy. Doesn't matter. £2.95, 7 left. I've still got about 15 in baskets. Sorry to anyone who's missing out right now, but for everyone who managed to get it, good on you. You got yourself an absolute deal and a beautiful selection at that. Congratulations everyone who managed to get it. Sorry if you didn't. Are we going to be challenging now? Oh, yes we are. I love this. I gave you a little sneaky peeky of this earlier on, and now I'm giving you the chance to own it. You've got truly just springtime bundle here. You really, really do. Starting off with this really delicate, really stunning tone of your blue. These are your plain rounds delight. Beautiful baby blue tone that we have of here. Absolutely rich in colour, isn't it? All of these are 8mm, it's important to point out. Every single one of these. You've got this beautiful light blue, and then you also have an aqua tone. Now the gorgeous thing with this aqua tone is it's got the banding on it, which is just exceptional. Take a little look at these. To you, when I saw them before, they look quite similar in colour. They're not. Yeah, that's more of it. That's more of it. Can you see there's a much richer tone to these ones, aren't there? More of that deep aqua effect on this marbled like gemstone. It's truly stunning. 160 carats worth on the aqua, 150 carats worth on the blue. 8mm, don't forget every single one of these strands. So we've got the cool, the calm, relaxing sky. We've got that sorted here. We've got the sea with that aqua, and now I want some sun. And I'm bringing it to you with this bright, zesty, lemony, gorgeous, gorgeous, bright orange. Really? I'm saying marmalade, are you saying? I'm saying yellow. What are you saying, Ryan?
Like sort of sunset sun.
Sunset sun.
I don't think it's
sort
different
of.
shades of yellow, or
I love that. What are you saying, Teresa?
Yellow.
Yellow. It is, isn't it?
It's
It
yellow.
is.
It's a really
It is
citrusy yellow.
Yeah. Oh, my favourite. It is so bright and zesty and burst of colour tone. It's like your honey's running through there, actually, isn't there? Really, really deep richness to these. Again, look at those. Just these three together. That is exceptional little colour palette we're working with already. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to add another one on for you today, which is going to be your really delicate baby pink quartz. 160 carats worth of the orange and of the baby pink as well in here. Wow. I love that you've got clarity with this beautiful pink. It is such a delicate selection. You know, it kind of gives me that sort of candy floss colour tone to it, doesn't it? You know, when you were younger and you used to be treated to a bit of like brightly coloured bubble gum. It's that kind of tone, isn't it? It really is exceptional. I love how these work together. I need to tell you something about these. I'm going to be doing them for less than £5 per strand. I don't mean by 5p. Less than £5 per strand. I want you to get your hands on these today because they work exceptionally well. They truly, truly do. Look at that colour palette. Look at this. It's springtime, it's summertime, it's going all over a massive selection. You have got actually some of those Pantone colours in there, haven't you? We've got a lot of blues in the Pantone. We've got those delicate pinks as well. Almost a kind of minty green in there as well. You're absolutely right. It is just a beautiful selection because you've got similarity in the size, similarity in the shape, and then you have this beautiful selection and variety of your springtime, summertime colours. Your price today, you're going to adore. We could stay there, couldn't we? Quite easily. I said they'd be under a £5 each, and at that price they are. They're not going to stay there though. This is Designer Inspiration. I'm doing you a crazy challenge price right now. Your price today is just £9.95. That means that these are working out per strand at just £2.50. Just under £2.50. Your face then, Teresa, I love that. Just baffled, I would say. What do you think of that?
Well, it is just ridiculous because they're genuine gemstones. You don't pay £2.50 for a whole strand of genuine gemstones.
You don't genuinely, do you?
No.
You don't. But that's the fact of it. It is the power of purchase. It is the fact that you're getting so many in a bundle today at just £9.95. It's the fact that we would not be able to, we're not allowed to sell strands individually that are below £6.95. It's just not the way we do it. We're not meant to do it. We've had emails around saying do not do it unless it's in a bundle. And we're able to do that for you right now. I doubt they meant to take it to £2.50, but still we're going to today because we want you to have beautiful symmetry in these springtime colours that you will use time and time again. £9.95. Now, we're giving this to lovely Teresa as her challenge. If you're not sure what a challenge is, essentially, we'll sell it first, we'll give you the opportunity to own it now, and then later on at the end of the show, I'll be heading back to lovely Teresa and she'll be showing us exactly what she's created. What are your ideas, love?
I'm just having a little bit of a play with herringbone weave at the moment with some wire. So hopefully a bracelet and ring using that.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking was that they are, because it's kind of like really pastel colours, you do kind of think a bit sort of girly, a little bit young, really. So I'm wondering about putting them with some antique bronze.
I see.
Just to see where that takes it. Just something a bit different, really.
I completely agree with that, actually, because if you want to keep it kind of young and fun, then possibly, you know, brighten up the colour by cooling it down with a little bit of silver. But actually, you're right, antique bronze might give you a bit more of a kind of grown-up feel to it, mightn't it? These are going to be really easy to work with as well, because they are one of our favourite sizes to work with. They truly are. You absolutely adore the 8 mils are just some of your favourites. I have got some more goodies for you now. Similar in colour palette and in gemstone, and the fact it's the same shape and it's the same size, but the size itself is completely different. Have you got a bead loom? If you have, you need to get yourself on the phone right now. Right now. Not a drill, right now. This is your perfect summer rounds. Oh my goodness, 4 mil on these is exceptional. You've got 30 carats of the orange, 30 of the purple, 30 of the sky blue, and 40 of that beautiful pink. Look how exceptionally this goes. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's so nice. Wow. That's what it makes me do. It's one of my Furby impression. And all of these are 4 mil. So if you are interested in working with just adding little glimpses of colour, if you're looking at adding accents to pieces, if you maybe want to create yourself a very, very similar effect actually to what Michelle did the other day. You know, lovely Michelle, guest designer Michelle. She was working yesterday on her 4 mils, wasn't she? She worked exclusively with 4 mils. We're finding that the small, delicate gemstones at the moment are just flying out the door. As quick as they come in, they're constantly on reorder, but there's nothing we could do. You love them so much. Possibly because they're so versatile. Imagine this as a cluster, imagine this as beady beads. You could do really high, large pieces, or you could do ever so sweet and delicate pieces with this. There's so much you can do, especially when I give it to you at this price. Or do I? No, I don't. You could buy them at that price now separately, but if you get that code in before 9 o'clock, all you'll have to do is pay a tiny £7.95. Danny, do you know the work that goes into these? Do you know the work that goes into creating 4 mil rounds, all exactly the same shape? This is a genuine gemstone. This isn't just plastic that's been pumped into a mold time and time again. This is a genuine gemstone. This is a gemstone which has had to have been hand done, hand created in these beautiful round places. And then because they're 4 mil, so small, so delicate, and then we have to manage to fit a drill hole through here, which we have done exquisitely. I would go as far as to say, if I'm looking at this now, I'll easily get a 0.4, easily a 0.6 as well, maybe even a 0.8 through this, you know, don't quote me on that, but easy peasy the others, easy peasy. At £7.95. How much is that working out per strand? Just under £2 per strand. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely loco, isn't it? That is absolutely shocking. And in fact, I'm just looking, it goes very nicely with my bracelet. Got sent a bracelet through the post today. Look! It's for a little girl called Maya. Her mum Tina sent it through. It went on the Wall of Fame as well, actually. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love her. But how beautifully does this go with it, actually? Doesn't it go really, really cute with that? I love this colour palette. It's just exceptional. There's loads of you adoring this today. You really will enjoy getting your hands on this. £7.95 for you today. Got a text in? Becky, where is your belt? Oh, Oh, haha, show's not the same without Becky's belt, lol. Haha, fab show as always. And I'll tell you the truth, this has got a bow on the back, so I don't need a belt for this one. Normally I have to have a belt on because you've got to strap on your boxes, but this has got a bow on the back, Anne. But don't worry, belt will be back tomorrow, Anne. Belt will be back. Might do a bit of gold tomorrow, who knows, I'll think about it. Thank you very much for that text, you little love. £7.95 for you today on a beautiful colour palette of some of your favourite sizes. You've gone off my screen, you've all bought it so much. Congratulations everyone for getting your hands on that today. Wow. Okay, let's get serious about this. I'm about to bring to you 2 of the big ones. And I'm actually about to bring them to you in a bundle. Now, we did relatively recently such a wide selection of high-end gemstone bundles that we were just told, you can't do any more, guys. You can't be dropping the price on these. You really can't, especially when they're all the same gemstones. You're just absolutely not allowed to. The fact of the matter is today, Danny has had to go and request that we do this because he essentially saw them, just fell in love with them working together so much that we have been allowed to today. But only today. If you're looking at getting your hands on 2 of the most sought after gemstones in the world, now is your opportunity. Sapphire and emerald in a high-end bundle duo. 40 carats worth we have of these rondelles in the emerald from 5x2, around 5x2 to 4x1. And then you've got the orange sapphire. Look at the divinity on that. Oh my goodness. That is so bright. It is so fresh. It is truly delectable, isn't it? It really is. 15 carats worth on that strand, and they are around the 3x1 in size. The brightness of this is absolutely captivating. I cannot tell you. The clarity on this is just mind-boggling, totally and absolutely eye clear. You've got this richness that just runs through each one of these strands. And actually, if I pair it with this, oh my goodness. We're talking twinkle, twinkle, little star, aren't we? Oh my goodness. That's coming up for you in a little bit. It is just such a beautiful richness. This is a gemstone that has been sought after for millennia. And then we're pairing it again with one of the world's most favourite gemstones. Emerald in this pack is, whenever I think emerald, I always think Cleopatra. I'm sure a lot of you do. Cleopatra, of course, back in the day in the ancient Egyptian times, she was essentially worshipped as a goddess, wasn't she? And she was said to have her very own mine that only she was able to get yields of emerald from. Now, this emerald mine, it was believed, was possibly never ever a real a location, essentially because they couldn't find it after a long time. The Romans took it over after Cleopatra passed away, and then after that, around, I think it was around 1300 BC, the Persians took it over. So you're looking at this mine that was said to have just completely non-existed anymore, because once they'd taken out all of the emeralds, there was no yields to be taken, purely because Cleopatra had taken it all for herself. She didn't even sell any of them on. She just kept it all for herself because she believed that it would help ward off fatalities. It's just a gemstone that in this mine was such a sought after place that it went down in myth. People didn't believe it existed. People searched for hundreds upon hundreds of years for this, but they believed that it didn't exist because they would look at the deserts, they would follow the maps, they would look in huge pyramids and see depicted in kind of spoken written form essentially about this mine, but they could never ever find it. And that's purely because they searched and searched and searched, and they could never find the entrance until a gentleman in his 20s went searching and found this entrance. Now, you might be looking at that and thinking, how have they not found that entrance? That is absolutely massive. It's not exactly sort of a casual entranceway, is it? But it is purely because once the Persians had decided all of the yield had gone, they just left it. And essentially what happened, with that being in the desert as it is, the desert took it back. The desert reclaimed it. So if you're thinking of all these sandstorms swirling and swirling constantly, it completely covered it. It wasn't viewable to the human eye. That was buried underneath meters and meters and meters of sand. All of that work and all of that effort to find the mind that really did set this gemstone alight so perfectly. You're going to be getting 2 gemstones here which have such a history, such a past, at an astonishing price point. You won't be expecting this. You will not be expecting it. Ooh, ooh, says Tina. Loving the sparkles. Yes, please. Yes, please. And that's from Tina. Hello, lovely Tina. How are you? I know. Seriously sparkly, isn't it? Serious. You're not going to believe the price. Should be £30.90. We're not allowed. We had to get permission for this. Big permission. It was worth it though. It's yours today for just, oh my goodness, £22.95. £22. Wait, £22.95 just for this strand. Wow, that'd be an absolute bargain. I feel like I've robbed it at that price. That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? That is absolutely astonishing. It really, really is. This strand alone is more than that. So essentially, you're buying a strand, we're giving you £2 back, and we're giving you one of the big 4 for free. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is that about? That is absolutely astonishing, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I completely love this. Oh my goodness, everyone's getting their hands on it. Congratulations, everyone you are getting yourself some seriously seductive sparkle. Let's face it, look at that sapphire. It's a bit sexy, isn't it? That is a very, very sexy strand. It's got serious sparkle. It has a beautiful brightness and life to it, unlike anything else. And look how wonderfully it works with that emerald. We're giving you £2 off the sapphire, and then we're just handing you free, nothing, nout, nada, zilch, zero, no cost to you whatsoever. £0, 0 pennies, the emerald. How is that possible? We asked nicely, that's how. I've only got 41 of them. It's going down really quickly. Check out as soon as you possibly can on this. Get yourself on the phone, please, because I tell you what, with 33 left, half of my stock is gone, and it's going down really, really fast. Oh my goodness, I've just thought, how about pairing the sapphire with what essentially now is its best mate, Fire Opal. Oh my goodness. I thought that was pretty sexy. That together is just hot, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that is brand new and that's coming up for you in a moment or 4. 20 of these left at that price point. You've got to be quick. You'd be spending more just on this strand alone today. It's absolutely beautiful. And let's face it, some of the sizes on here are really pretty large as well. Looking around 5x1 on that emerald. That's a serious sizable amount. You've got seductive sparkle, you have got a beautiful body tone, you've got 2 of your big 5 at a ridiculously low price point. Buy the sapphire, we give you £2 back and an emerald for free. I don't think I've ever said that before. I don't think I've ever said that before. So what? It's a Monday. It's a Monday. Free Mondays. Like that. 15 of them left. Get out while you can. Now, lovely Teresa, little heads up, I'm heading over to you in a moment. How's that challenge going?
It's going really well.
Good. Talk to me, please, about your second designer inspiration.
Kumihimo.
Good. Okay. Cool.
Pretty much it. Kumihimo. Yeah. Well, I took a bit of inspiration from the name of the kit, and was really kind of looking at trying to do something a little bit oriental. But when it was kind of suggested doing a Kumihimo kind of kit, I wanted the S-long cord in there because I've done Kumihimo before with the 1mm satin cords and ribbon and such like. And I have seen some patterns for Kumihimo, but you can't do it unless you've got quite a few strands. So if you have quite a few strands of 1mm, it gets quite thick and bulky.
Of course,
whereas the S-on cord is fine enough that it still remains quite a nice sized kind of Kumihimo strand at the end.
And the S-lon itself works beautifully together actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This colour palette is really, really spectacular. S-lon, you absolutely adore. I have got, oh, Teresa, play a game with me. Will you play the alliteration game with me, please?
How do I do that?
Okay, so alliteration game. We're going to go through each colour and we have to alliterate the colour, like what we think. So I might say for this one, I might say luxurious lime. And then this one's yours.
Oh, I was thinking about that one then.
Too late. Switched it.
All right, gorgeous gold.
Ooh, I like that. I'm going to go for...
That's cheeky.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go for Marvellous Maroon on this one. And went last but not least for you, Teresa.
Nicely natural.
Oh, I like that. All right. Yeah, fair dues, pretty good. So you've got all of those S-lon for you here. S-lon's great. It's super malleable. You can see that obviously, of course, because it is a cord, but it's pretty fine as well. You're going to be getting 70 metres on each of these. It's 0.4. So it's going to go through so much. S-lon is something that you all totally love. If you're going to do your Kumihimo, if you're going to do your macrame, if you just want to do simple braiding techniques, if you just want to strand onto this, if you've got things like your bead loom, you can create beautiful, elegant pieces with this, and it's super fine. You're not going to be messing around with this. You're not going to have to be getting your awl out every 3 seconds to try and, you know, create a larger hole in those genuine gemstone strands. Not with this. You've got a beautiful colour palette there. I think we'll all agree it works exceptionally, and when you see it in Teresa's designs, they really do just pop. I've got more threading materials. I have got your bead-in thread. If you don't know what bead-in thread is, essentially it's very, very fine pieces of wire that is just encapsulated in sort of a coating. So it's really, really malleable, super fine, great for stranding. You've also got your elastic and you've got your monofilament as well. You're going to be getting a findings pack with this too. Now this is our 115 piece findings pack that we have here. Now you've got the beautiful lariat chain, which has been one of our most popular chains of all time. You've also got in here things like your toggle clasps, including that gorgeous brushed heart selection of the toggle clasp. You've got the flower head pins in here as well, and one of my favourite toggle clasps with that beautiful detail. It's stunning, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? All 115 pieces you can see on your screen now. You'll be getting all of those included within here today, as well as that beautiful meter worth of the lariat chain. Let's go on the gemstone, shall we? More emerald. How is this? How are we getting our hands on so much of one of the rarest gemstones in the world? It's one of the big four. It's sought after, to say the least. We've got it for you here again. I have got for you here 40 carats worth of these plain buttons. They are 5 to 6 mil on a 30 centimetre strand. I love the button design. Did you see that light? How it just cascades across. Stunning, isn't it? Really, really pretty. I'd love the idea if this is a cluster. That'd make me smile a lot. You've also got in here your plain bicones in the labradorite. Take a look. The quality of that's astonishing. Sometimes with the lighter labradorite, you won't expect to see that kind of shimmer or that sheen, but you've got it in abundance on this strand. I have to say, 55 carats worth on here from 5x3 in size, is 32 centimetre strand. So you're getting absolutely loads on here, aren't you? I've also then got, oh, I love these multicolours. Hey, let me show you that. Let me have a look at these. Oh, they go absolutely perfectly with the Eslon. Just look at the colour palette of this strand and this Eslon. Oh my goodness, you couldn't think any better, could you? This is your agate, and it is 4 mil that we've got on here. My carat amount is 20 carats worth of this poppy. Doesn't that just work beautifully? That colour palette, astonishing with this. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, I can't believe I'm not even done yet. Brand new. Never seen before. Only chance to get it here. Your gorgeously golden rutile quartz. Holy macaroni. That is a beautiful strand, isn't it? Do you know, it's got a feel of it. Got a feel of the imperial topaz to it, hasn't it? Because you've got that beautiful body of tone. You've got those really interesting areas internally as well. Love that. So, wow, you've got a load here. This is an absolute stash, isn't it? 115 findings, 4 genuine gemstone strands, 4 of your Eslon, which we know you all absolutely love, 70 meters on each, and you've got your threading pack. Should be. Of course it should. Of course it should be £40, obviously. You've got emerald in here, you've got genuine gemstones, you've got 115 findings, you've got all of that Eslon. Of course it should be nearly £40. That's obvious, that's a given. In fact, I think that's a bit astonishing, to be honest. I would have expected more, but I'm happy with that. Nearly £40 worth it should be. Do you remember the price I went to on the first kit? Do you remember? I remember. It's important if you do. Ooh, price match. Your price today for all of this is just £26.95. How is so high then? Only the dogs can hear me now. Oh my goodness, that is astonishing. What do you think of that price point?
That's amazing, actually, because each one of the strands of gemstones are gorgeous. I mean, you've got emerald in there for a start. You've got emerald. And that golden rutile quartz is absolutely gorgeous as well.
Brand new.
So I think, is it 3 of the strands have got tassels on them? Which always kind of, so that's just that little bit sort of higher. So yeah, for that price, that you'd pay that for the gemstones easily.
Oh, easy peasy. Easily. Especially that brand new strand. That looks so much like imperial topaz to me. It really, really does. It's got that Venus hair inclusion within there. It's really beautiful. And trust me, when you see lovely Teresa's designs, you're going to be absolutely astonished. Teresa, did you have a lot left over, love?
A little bit, yeah.
Did you?
Well, it looks like I haven't touched the cord.
Oh my gosh, is that, have you just opened that for now?
No, that's the stuff I used.
There is so much you get here. There truly, truly is. Brand spanking new Eslon in these colours for you today. Never ever seen before. You've got your beautiful variety here. I absolutely love this gold. It's almost got kind of a metallic sheen to it, hasn't it? It's absolutely exceptional. Brand new on the Eslon. Brand new with that beautiful rutile quartz with the Venus hair running through. 4 strands, 4 Eslons, your essential threading materials with your beaten thread, your monofilament and your elastic, 115 findings. That price point is absolutely astonishing. These are flying out. If you want to get your hands on the Eslon, this is your opportunity to do so. Get it quickly whilst you can at just £26.95. It's a beautiful collection, and I've got to say, you have done it serious justice. Your pieces are beautiful. What was your inspiration for this?
Well, as I said, I really took the inspiration from the kind of the Oriental theme. So I was really trying to kind of think, well, how can I make a bit of patination that would give that kind of flavour?
Yeah.
Did the Kumihimo strand, and then thought, well, how am I going to put it together to kind of continue that sort of theme? So just had a little bit of a play with it, really. Yeah, it is just absolutely gorgeous.
Can I just point out, you've done, well, all of these have Kumihimo in them, even the earrings and the ring. You've done your stages as well.
Yep.
And look at all of this Eslon left. This is not a new pack. This is the Eslon we have used. This is what we've done all of this with. It's like you haven't touched it at all.
No.
But you've done so many pieces with this brand spanking new Eslon. You could probably do this collection, 10 times over? with that amount of
easy.
Eslon?
I mean, I don't know how much Eslon's on there.
70 metres worth on each originally.
I'm just wondering if you kind of used the whole strand and just kept Kumihimoing, if you could kind of like break some world record for the length of a
Genius idea. Genius idea. Loads of people ringing up Guinness Book of Records right now trying to get that booked in. I can't believe you've got all of that left over. That is mind-boggling, it truly is. And you've done such a variety here. It's absolutely stunning. I love that you've done a ring. What made you fancy doing that?
Well, it was just sort of having a little bit of a play with it, but I thought because obviously the cord is thinner than I've used before.
Yes.
The thinnest Kumihimo sort of strand that I know how to make is a six strand weave. Yeah. Which you can do using kind of the hollow braid sort of technique. So that is with 6 strands. I just thought, how small can it get, and then what could I do with a cord of that kind of size, really? So I thought, why not make a ring, and why not make a rose? And
you have done it exquisitely, really beautiful.
Well, I thought this time of year as well, some people, if they're out in the sun, don't like wearing metal. It gets a bit hot, or they don't want to ruin it if it's if they're by the pool or by the sea or whatever.
Love that.
So you could actually just wear that. You could actually wash it. It's just made of cord. So and it's all sewn together. There isn't apart from the ends that I did have to glue because I haven't got a zapper yet to zap it with. But yeah, there's nothing there that would get ruined if you needed to wash it, or got suntan lotion on it or whatever.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It is a beautiful selection with, let's face it, a seriously amazing kit that we've got here. All of this for just £26.95. It is a massive price crash on some of the most sought after gemstones in the world. You absolutely adore Eslon, and you're getting plenty of it here today. I think it's safe to say all brand new Eslon with that beautiful brand new strand of, let's face it, looks exactly like Imperial Topaz, but it's not. It is your retail quartz. That is coming for you today with just £26.95 price point. Can't say no, can you?
Nope. Oh yes.
Oh. Wait, what?
Well, if you can't say no, you can't say no to saying no,
No? £26.95. I just like to confuse you.
Absolutely hopeless at the yes no game, wouldn't I?
Oh yeah, so would I. Okay, where are we going to start with this lovely lady?
Well, before I started, I just wanted to show you something that I kind of noticed with that thread combination.
Yeah.
So we've got these, and the idea is kind of oriental. So that's fine. Have just a little bit of the chartreuse in, or none at all. It's very autumnal.
Yeah, you're totally right, yeah.
And then those two be very useful for kind of steampunk designs.
Very true, absolutely right.
And then, dare I say it, Christmas.
So you've got something to cross every border there, haven't you? Every eventuality covered.
Yeah. And I have seen those two colours actually in Christmas designs as a slightly more modern take on having a lighter to green there, which just looks really lovely. So. You're
right, it is. It's definitely a modern twist on it, isn't it? I've seen that a lot as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful collection there. Gorgeous colour palette.
Perfect set of cords. So I started threading up my Kumihimo disc, and don't get scared, but the main necklace is a 24 strand Kumihimo braid.
Just to let, whoa! Oh my goodness!
Looks busy.
Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's quite busy, that, isn't it? Just to let you know, I've got your Kumihimo disc coming up, and all the other bits and bobs you'll need to get you started. So don't worry, even if you have never tried this before, it's a really, really great little medium, and we'll give you all of the goodies you need to get involved. First off, you just need to get the kit at £26.95. So 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I've got the bobbins on there, and why I've left them on there. I need to take them off as quickly as possible to do the demo. But I just wanted to show that that's kind of what 24 looked like. This is the kind of the bulk that you're sort of working with. It looks a little bit busy, but you're picking each kind of strand separately.
Yeah.
It's worth having the discs so you're not getting tangled up whilst you're working.
Producer Danny, am I right in saying that we've got the starter kit coming up later? So you've got the bobbins in there if you do need them.
Yeah, always worth having those.
Okay.
So all I started with, and it made enough braid for the necklace and the bracelet. is 2 metre lengths. And if I've got an even number of the colour, I'll just fold it in half. So the length of the strands that you need for each one sort of coming out is 1 metre.
Okay.
But so I do metre lengths and then fold it in half.
Okay.
And I don't know if the camera's going to actually be able to catch the setup, because the only reason that you get the pattern that you get is how you set up the strands on the disc. There are some fantastic sites on the World Wide Web that help you in designing braids. So you can kind of click on where you want, on the strand, where you want the different colours to be, and it will automatically generate the setup for the disc.
Okay.
So if you put into a search Kumihimo generator or Kumihimo design, you'll probably get to
good tip.
any one of a number of them. So that's all I used. Had a bit of a play as to what I wanted to make.
Okay.
But for this one, the setup is thus. You can actually see there's a green stripe in there. You can see that quite clearly with the gold either side of it. But the flower is created by the other bits.
Okay.
I've copied the design that I created online. It's on my designer page.
Remind us what that
It's
is.
still Teresa Kennard designer. I am trying to get the name changed to talk about JM a bit. But yeah. Facebook's kind of interesting in trying to get name changes, so we'll keep trying. Yeah, it's Teresa Kennard designer. It is on there, and what I'll do when I get home is I'll pop it on the Jewellery Maker page.
Brilliant.
So it's there. So it's a little bit difficult to see. I could go around and tell you which
there
colours
you
are
are,
where.
look. Oh, you look
we are.
lovely
There
in
we
that
are, we're there.
picture. Where's
Oh,
that?
Thank you. That was Cornwall.
Oh gosh, you look glamorous, don't you?
Yeah, it was last year. I was a lot younger then.
Oh, stop it. Oh yeah, look at you. That is beautiful.
So, windswept hair and everything. So that setup's there. So I could go around the colours, but it would take a while, and you'd need a pen and paper going down quite quickly.
So have a little look on there later.
Now, obviously, what you've got in any of the discs, whether it's the large one or the small one, is 32 slots. I'm using 24 of them, so there's plenty of space. We could go up to 28, no problem. The only thing that you need to do is make sure you've got some space, in between where you're starting from.
Okay, so you can see the start point.
Yep. So you've just got somewhere to put the strands
cords,
into.
yeah.
And other than the number of strands that you've got, it's exactly the same as the 8-strand weave. So I'm starting with the sort of the top bottom points, taking my top right, down, and the bottom left, up, and then turning. And obviously you've now made space to take the next one, top right down, bottom left of that pair, up, and then you've made a space for the next one.
I see.
And just keep going round. And I was trying, because obviously at one point we've actually got 3 together, I'll just get round to that one to show you that it can get a little bit confusing as to which of the strands you're actually wanting to pick up at any point in time.
Okay.
But all you need to do, these ones have managed to tie themselves together in transit, is remember, once you're taking sort of one of the pair, go down, hop over one at the bottom and pick the next one up.
Okay.
At the top, hop over 2 and take the next one down.
Get you. So you hop over 1 first and then hop over 2 that second time at the top.
At the top it's 2, at the bottom it's 1.
At the bottom it's 1.
So you can sort of working top to bottom, bottom to top.
Wonderful.
And that'll keep you straight. If it looks a bit weird in the middle, you'll soon realise 1's just not quite right. Or there was a couple of times where I ended up with 1 when I should have had 2.
Okay.
Just reverse up, reverse round until you find it and carry on again. It was simply because there was, something on the telly that I suddenly kind of gawped at and picked the wrong strand up. So it takes a little bit of kind of concentrating. But I've had quite a stressful week this week, so I can recommend it as stress relief.
Oh, really?
It has been fantastic. It just, Kumihimo. So yes, really great kind of zenning out with the
Zen,
Kumihimo.
relax, chill.
So, yeah.
I love that. I absolutely adore that. Are you going to fight those bobbins off?
I am, yes. Won't touch.
In fact, I've got your bobbins here. I'm going to bring you your start pack. Now, if you're not sure about Kumihimo, essentially it's a very, very ancient art form being used way back when as part of older Japanese, essentially professional wear, as it were, a lot of the time. Very, very knitted, kind of interwoven. It literally just means many cords, the name Kumihimo itself. And that's exactly what you're going to be creating here. Now, we've got the bobbins here. They are an absolute lifesaver when you're working with really intricate designs such as this, because as you'll see with lovely Teresa, all you have to do is at the end of these with the bobbins, you simply twirl those into the center of the bobbin, as many as you might need. You then loop them back over and you'll see, popping it out and pull them away.
So all I do from the end, just kind of grab and hold on the disc, and then wind it.
Wind up as much as you want.
Need. Just leave a little bit to work with, and then snap it shut, and it holds it.
So it holds it in place, it keeps that tension just right, but also it will naturally just leave you more as you need it. So not like sometimes with wire and it goes all crazy and spools around a little bit. That's not the issue at all. It will just keep it nicely in place. You've got loads of those bobbins. You've got the disc itself. Now this is your large circular disc. Teresa's used in the smaller one. It creates the same design. It's just the smaller one's more portable. I'll bring that to you a little bit later. This is your large round disc. It's actually great to start off with a large disc because it's a bit easier to see, perhaps if you are new to it. You then have your clasps just to help you add on charms and to also actually finish off your designs. You're going to be getting yourself some of the mixed coloured cord as well, so you can get yourself started straight away. We also have in here your glue, which is super strong glue, so it'll just finish off those designs, keep your clasps on if you need that to happen. And finally, it all comes in a really handy carry case, which means it'll keep it all in one place, and if you're anything like me and you have crafts all over the shop, it's lovely to have your one piece to keep it all together. Price should have been £19.95, but today just £16.95 to get you started. Think about when you're starting off a brand new hobby. Can you think of any other hobby that you can start at that price? Even like running, you have to buy yourself a decent set of trainers, you have to buy all the running gear. You're looking at around the £100 mark there, aren't you? In fact, one of my best friends went on a sumo wrestler cycle ride this weekend, and he had to buy a whole new bike, like 100. Yeah, it was a real thing. He had to buy a blow-up sumo wrestler's outfit, and he had to buy a brand new bike because he didn't have one and none of his friends have one. What? It's just ridiculous though, like £300-400 worth. It's crazy to start a new skill. Today though, £16.95, and that is it for you. Say that to me again, sorry, Danny boy. The satin cord. To my left. To my left. Here. What? Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I noticed those.
I didn't.
Great, aren't they?
Where have these sneaky things come from? Oh my God, can we do these now? Maybe you've already got the starter kit. Maybe you've already got a few bobbins, but you need more bobbins. Maybe you've been doing Kumihimo a while. You didn't actually buy the starter kit. You bought it all separately, but you haven't managed to get the bobbins yet. Not an issue anymore. Oh my goodness, I love this. Orange, purple, yellow, and your deepest navy blue in here. Already on the bobbins, satin cord. 10 meters worth of your satin cord on these bobbins already. Oh my goodness, that is fab. Take a little look. This is perfect for you if you are looking at getting involved with the bobbins, but you've not been able to purchase them separately yet. This is absolutely astonishing for you. Look at this beautiful canary yellow as well. Oh, tiny amount left though, that's it. £9.80 for all of these. So you're getting 40 meters worth, but you're also getting the bobbin too. It is wonderful. Treat yourself today. It's the 1mm satin cord that we've got here. I actually love those colours together. Do you know what though? Even if you just want the bobbins at that price, it's well worth it. 23 opportunities left. Once it's gone, it's gone. That is absolutely it. Think about these beautiful colours you could do. You've got your sunshine, your holiday tones there. You've got your slightly more muted, possibly more kind of masculine tones as well. You've got these beautiful blossom and bloom colours in there. 20 left, that's all we've got. 19 now, heading right down. You've got the beautiful navy blue, that gorgeous aubergine colour, your brightest of yellow, and that really bright orange as well. These colours are exceptional. What do you think of these, Teresa?
Well, you can't go wrong with those, can you?
No.
I mean, the thing is, if you're starting out with Kumihimo, there's nothing simpler than your 8-strand braid with the 1 mil wire. And I did actually bring the 1 mil cord rather. That's the classic 8-strand braid, just in a mustardy yellow colour that I'd done. I brought it because actually I wanted to just kind of show you the size, sort of different, if you're wondering kind of what size that cord's coming out as. But yeah, obviously this is just kind of one colour. You can quite easily put stripes in there just by having the colours opposite each other. Yeah, so you're off and running with those.
That's fab, isn't it? 9 left, that's it. That is it. Now, I just need to let you know that we are a shopping channel. We're not allowed to have graphics taken off at any point. This is going to be a sellout, so I'm going to have to bring you something else right about now. Check out your baskets. You've seen how many I've got left. This is not a drill. This is it. Once it's gone, it's gone. I'm going to have to bring up a new product for you because it is going to be a sellout. Really quickly, I will bring to you these beautiful seed beads. What do you think of these?
That's such a shame, isn't it, having to bring those?
Oh, isn't it? Oh, no.
I love seed beads.
Why is it that you do and everyone else seems to?
Well, I mean, recently I've kind of got into a little bit more of the kind of the bead weaving stuff, the peyote stitch and that kind of stuff. So I'm actually champing at the bit to get some different gemstones in like the same size, different colours, just to try out sort of weaving in some designs, you know, some colour designs with that.
That's exactly what you've got here. They're all 3 mil.
Exactly. Just what I need right here, not
and
at
you're
home.
here.
But yeah, even if you didn't want to use them for that, to actually have kind of like framework, wirework framework, and then weave them on individually, just makes the most of them because you've got the light surrounding them then and bouncing back off whatever wire you're using. So that actually works really well as well, little accents in any piece.
That's a gorgeous idea, it truly, truly is. 3 mil each amethyst, orange agate, yellow agate, labradorite, 20 carats on each strand, 14.80 should be your price. You are going to hate producer Danny right now. You can't get your hands on these, I'm so sorry. Your price today, £9.95. £9.95 on these today. That is absolutely astonishing, isn't it?
That's worth £2.50 a strand there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, love it. Sorry, love. Sorry, love. Don't blame me. It's Danny all the way this. 20 carats worth on each strand. They work exceptionally well together. The work that goes into creating a 3 mil is totally astonishing. It really is. Imagine this on a bead loom. If you were to be having these now, what would you create, love?
Well, there are a couple of things that I've looked at that actually there's a sort of thing you can do. It's kind of like a ribbon, but it twists. With the beads, with I think it is peyote stitch, but it'll be one of the sort of variations weaving stitches. And I just thought it looked absolutely gorgeous. This sort of, it's almost kind of like a ribbon just kind of twisting round as a necklace. So that's the next thing I want to try.
Is it? Oh, that sounds
when
good.
and if I can ever get my hands on some seed beads.
Well, yep. The wonderful thing with these seed beads is you can incorporate them really easily with Kumihimo, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was one of the things I was thinking about because obviously I've got some small beads in this kit, but I know Prue's done a lot of Kumihimo with beads recently, so just need to go back to one of those shows on YouTube, and yeah, really easy to just add in. So and yeah, I mean, if you can't get it on the cord, which you often can,
yeah, you should be able
to
with the 1.4.
Yeah, if you just put a little bit of nail polish on the end and let it dry, it just kind of acts as a bit of a needle to get things
Good
through.
tip.
Just stiffens it up enough. Or if not, just on the beading thread, add it in with some of the cord, on some of the strands on beading thread would be absolutely fine.
I love that idea. Thank you so much, Teresa. Wowzers, you absolutely adore it as well. Congratulations, Norma, Susan, Sue, Roslyn, multi-buyers. Hello, everyone. There's loads of you. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. $9.95. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? It would be rude not to, so treat yourself today. Let's continue with our wonderful design.
Right, now I know various people have asked questions about finishing Kumihimo, so I thought I'd show how I do it, and this is the most kind of nerve-wracking bit, which is why it's kind of useful just to make a bit longer braid than you actually need,
okay.
Just in case it does unravel a little bit whilst you're taking it off the disc.
Okay.
But I tend to hold it where the Kumihimo's finished and then pull the strands out of the disc. Just do that quickly. It's not quite so quick when you've got 24 of them to deal with, but really quick with 8. And then that'll just pull out there. I've missed one. One's fighting. There we go. These are curly because I pulled them up rather than undoing the
bobbin.
The bobbins.
That's all right.
Actually, when I was making it, I just kind of kept making until they fell off because I knew then I was at the end of the strand, basically.
Yeah.
So just strewing bobbins all over the place. And then whilst I'm still holding that, I'm just going to tie a knot in all of those strands, then they can't go anywhere. And then I don't need to be holding the braid for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Because it's a bit inconvenient, really. So just an ordinary knot in that, and then that's absolutely fine to go away, do something else. There's one there that isn't, quite caught, but that doesn't matter. We're chopping that bit off later anyway. And then what I actually do is take a needle and thread. I know you can use the monofilament or anything else really, and just sew through where you've got, this bit's just unravelled a little bit, so I'll come down a little bit, okay. Just there, take it through, I've just unthreaded my needle, which isn't very helpful.
Oh, good luck getting that back in.
It's all right.
First time.
I'm a trained, trained needle
threader. Oh, is that on your CV?
Well, my mum was a tailoress, so I've kind of had, which is why I tend to pick up needle and thread rather than anything else, because I'm just used to it. It's always around, yeah. And what I'll probably do is just kind of turn that around the braid a little bit, and then take it through again. Each time you take it through, you're obviously going through some of those cords, so you're locking those in. But actually taking it around the edge of that braid, you're also just kind of holding it all together. And actually all I'm wanting to do is hold it together long enough so I can cut off the untidy bit and then glue the end, and that'll keep it permanently sort of done. So I'll probably go through another couple of times, but I won't do that.
Okay.
Just finish that off in a little knot so it doesn't unravel itself on me. Of course that'd be embarrassing after saying and this is why I've got large scissors as well. And quite funnily enough, my last show I was doing some memory wire, and had my designer flush cutters kicking around. Very nearly cut the memory wire with my flush cutters and just
do not say that. That is horrendous.
And then I can't remember what I'd got around. I was cutting something or other whilst I was doing this, and had my
big scissors.
My sewing scissors around. It's like, no! It's like exactly the same thing. Don't cut anything else bar fabrics with them.
Memory wire is a sneaky little thing. It sits there looking all sweet and cute, but do not be slicing it with anything else. Yeah. This is your kit coming up for you right now. Do not forget you had in there that 115 findings pack. You also had in there the brand new Essilon in those 4 different colours. You had a strand of emerald. You had the brand new strand of emerald. You heard me. Emerald. You had a brand new strand of your quartz with the rutilation. You also had that strand of agate and the labradorite, which you can see on screen now. All of that today was just $26.95, and that's on there now. You've got to be quick though to get your hands on Teresa's Oriental Orchids today.
Right, still wielding my shears. They are beastly looking things. must admit. I'm just going to, this is the moment where you take the plunge and cut off the excess bits.
Okay.
A couple will flip out because obviously what you've done when you're weaving it is folding them over. So some will be kind of long on the end there.
Okay.
And you can just sort of take those off now, just so they're not in the way. Then all I do is put a little bit of glue on the end there. I tend to use the hypo cement now just because I've got it around, and I love that stuff. I love the little applicator.
Precision nozzle, it's fine, isn't it?
Brilliant,
Absolutely fab.
absolutely brilliant stuff. So I just dot a little bit on the end there, and then let it dry. If I'd managed to get my hands on a thread zapper yet, that might well do the trick as well, but I haven't, so I'm still at the having to glue it and wait stage, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Obviously, we haven't got time to wait around, so I won't actually glue it, but I think we'll be fine.
Use your imagination.
Yes, so pretend it's glued and is looking lovely. And once it's glued, if you've still got some bits that are untidy, then you can just tidy those up again anyway. Obviously all of it will be in kind of one solid sort of bit by that point, so you're not having to worry about it unravelling at all.
Okay.
And then what I was trying to do faithfully with this kit is not add anything in. I wasn't supposed to be using wire this show, so I thought, no, I will not use it. And it's like, oh, but I could do a Y cone, it'd be lovely. But it's like, no, I won't. I've got head pins, I'm going to use them.
Good.
So what I actually did was take one of the little flower head pins that's in the kit. I just thought they were really quite lovely, and popped it through the braid. Now what you'll probably find is you can't, because it's got a solid sort of end, it's not going to go anywhere. So at which point we'll take my trusty awl back again, take that through more or less centrally, doesn't have to be exact, but that just makes enough of a space in there, moves the threads out of the way, so you've got a hole to be able to put the head pin through. And then once we've got that through, I'm just going to hold that in place and then wrap the rest of the wire around that end, just to get to the end of it, tidy it up a bit.
Okay.
It'll go around a couple of times, which means I'm probably a little bit, I've got a bit too much end of the Kumihimo here, but you won't worry too much. Actually, it's coming around to sort of the third bit. I'll just nip off those untidy edges so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit more. As I say, you won't have those because it'll all be glued and perfect.
Okay, lovely.
And then if you take your flat nose pliers and just bend that back so it's going over the end of the Kumihimo, and then your round nose pliers can go in and create a loop on the end of that. And actually I've got a little bit to spare here. So you can just cut off the excess on that with flush cutter pliers. So I'll just undo that a little bit and then go back in again, because otherwise I'll be chopping where I don't want to be. And then that's just making a little loop to then attach the chain onto. So that's the end of the Kumihimo.
Okay, so all
and obviously that's not going to go anywhere because it's going through through the braid. Then I don't know how are we doing for time?
Oh, don't worry, you've got a good 21 minutes.
Excellent. Now what I have tended to do, just because I don't know with where if it'll stretch out, there is a bit of give in a Kumihimo braid, so I tend to just stretch it out a little bit. I'd do that probably before measuring as to how long I wanted it. It'll ping back a little bit and then you'll know that's where it wants to sort of be long term. And then once I'd gotten sort of a piece that I wanted to put in the necklace, I thought, well, what am I doing with that then? What am I going to do next? I thought this chain is just too lovely.
Oh, gorgeous, isn't it? Don't forget, this is the chain that you get in the kit. Just before we move on, actually, because we're talking about Kumihimo, can you just talk to me about what a different cord will give the feel to this? So, for example, in this bundle that I'm bringing to you in a moment, I've got 2 Eslons, I've got satin cord, and I've got wax cord. So what kind of feel are we going to get with this?
I haven't used the wax cord for Kumihimo, I don't think yet. I've done a little bit of macrame with it, and it is really lovely because it does sort of stick together, it holds really well. But obviously you've got that sort of more solid, more kind of masculine feel to a wax cord, I think.
So it's not high shine, is it, like the satin?
No, the satin cord is really, really soft, creates a really soft braid, beautiful to wear. Probably really nice actually if you had the satin cord and then a couple of strands with gemstones on them, to have that kind of, it sets up the gemstones, I think, because it's got that kind of sheen to it. And then obviously the Eslon cord is a lot finer.
Yes.
It is a little bit more kind of natural feel to it. Actually, I was thinking about it. It's obviously we have been using it for micro macrame on the show, as well as the Kumihimo. And I was thinking, actually, it reminds me of the cords that my mum used to have doing crochet with.
Oh yeah, I see.
So I think it might be quite a useful thing to try and do some kind of lacy effects crocheting with it.
Love that idea.
Yeah. So I'm now kicking myself that I never got my mum to teach me how to crochet, but we might be trying that anyway.
Oh, bless you. I'm also going to bring to you, as well as those selections of cords, the DVD. Now this is your introduction to the Kumihimo. On this DVD you're really going to learn the basics, including how exactly to set up and use the round disc, which I'm also bringing to you. You get shown how to add gemstones as well as caging gemstones, and this beautiful sort of zigzag technique, which is really unique. This is the travel size version, the mini disc, so it is great for travel, but actually you use it very much in the same way you would the large one. It creates the same size and shape as well. It's just much more portable if you so wish to take this around with you, possibly make on the train or on the bus or on a plane somewhere. Your price today should be £18.65, which is a wonderful deal. You're getting an hour's worth, pretty much a tutorial and loads you need to get you started and keeping you going. But today we're taking it to £12.95 for you today, to really give you the opportunity to get yourself on that road to Kumihimo. Perhaps you absolutely love Kumihimo already and you need to get your hands on more cords, and you actually want to teach them on how to get involved. The kids are on their summer holidays now. It can be quite tricky to keep them entertained on a long journey to your camper van or wherever you might be going. Well, this, you're absolutely sorted, aren't you? Get them sort of set up in the back of the car with a DVD player. They can watch the tutorial, they can play along on the journey. You can even take this on planes, which I absolutely adore, because just snip off the thread, set it all up. You can take it in your hand luggage. £12.95 for you today. Give it a go at that price. You may as well, hadn't you? Your ultimate Kumihimo offer. Eslon, DVD, your wax and your satin cord for just £12.95 today. Get yourself involved whilst you can. Beautiful. So we're done with the Kumihimo section for this, and we're going to get on to that really gorgeous findings pack.
Yeah, I mean, what I am actually a little bit in love with the antique bronze findings. I think the new ones particularly, they've just got such a lovely. It is just a lovely colour. Yeah. It's that sort of golden antique. It's
so right,
absolutely gorgeous.
Totally right.
And as I say, this chain is just too lovely, having the kind of the different sort of size links going across it as well. And of course, again, what I was kind of thinking is, I knew I didn't want to put the gemstones on the Kumihimo.
Yep.
Once I've got a nice pattern in the Kumihimo, I didn't want to kind of cover it up too much. And so I thought, actually, I could do with a bail and then have the gemstones kind of coming off of that. So taking aside my let's use some wire. Thought for once I'd park that. I thought, well, what happens if you wrap this chain around the Kumihimo? And it turns out it kind of goes around sort of 3 links worth, fit really nicely. Oh, wow. So that's really all I did. I did leave a little bit of chain for the piece kind of coming up the side. Okay. I did literally just leave a bit and think, well, I can chop some off if I don't need it. If you need to. In order to figure out where that's going, you really need to have it on a bust or try it on just to figure out how it's going to sort of hang, because if the Kumihimo is a bit sort of more bowed, the chain will hang differently than if it's kind of further out. So it depends on how long your necklace is.
Okay.
So you really need to try that on in order to kind of finish that sort of bit. So I'll start from here, leave a bit. I know it's got to go up this far and a little bit more because it needs to kind of hang over the edge. And then just wrapped the chain round, trying to keep it sort of flat so it wasn't kind of flipping over. And as you can see, the links then sort of meet up.
Yeah,
and I did actually do all of them, I think. Wrapped it around 7 times in order to do that. And I think this braid turned out ever so slightly thin. I probably pulled it a little bit more, or it's done something in travel. And then where that's kind of coming round at the end there, in order to hold this together, obviously it's just going to unravel if I leave it. It's not going to be any good. So I wanted to lock all of these together and just popped in a jump ring into each of those links. So the first 2 is just going to be a jump ring there, and then just carried on along the whole length with seven jump rings. What I found as well is the next one I could fit kind of underneath that one with the next 2 links, and then I just kept kind of alternating that. Can't get that one in now. Trying to show you whilst doing it, failing miserably. So that's gone through that one and through that. It's not difficult, it's just fiddly. So if I just tidy that one up, you can see where that's kind of sitting below the first one, and then the next one will come in kind of above that one, and you just kind of keep going along. And then once you're finished, you've got that kind of the bail that's on there, and the space then to hang the gemstones from.
I see. That's a beautiful way of doing it, isn't it? I love that. Because sometimes when we think of adding on to Kumihimo, you'll think doing it on the braid itself, or you'll think possibly using the specific Kumihimo pieces, the clasp. But you don't need to with this.
No. I mean, it's an interesting alternative. So I just thought if I put one more on, and then we can have kind of a mini version.
Yeah, okay, lovely.
I can kind of take it from there then. So if I just kind of unravel that bit, you'll see that's kind of the three loop version. Obviously, what you'll also see is it is still trying to kind of unravel. I needed to keep it kind of loose at that point, just to make sure that it ended up, and you can see I'm holding the top here, it's not in the middle yet. So you need to make sure it's in the middle of the braid.
Yeah.
And then again took my trusty needle and thread,
of course.
And whichever the back was going to be at that point, you will have decided, just sewed the furthest most from where it's wanting to go. So as you can see on this one, it's wanting to unravel with that side sort of going downwards and this side coming upwards. So I'd hold it at this point so it can't go that way, and at this point so that it can't kind of come that way. And that is enough just to hold it in place. And then it's just a case of putting it together once you've kind of put it on the bust, to then decide where you want that chain to hang,
to rest,
and then start sort of working out where you want the gemstones to be. And again, with that, it was just a case of taking them off the strand and playing about with the design as to what I wanted where. And I don't know if we've got time to show the bottom.
I've got probably about 9 minutes.
Excellent.
Is that enough time for you?
That's loads of time.
Lovely, jubbly.
Because it's just a little design feature right at the bottom of the sort of the waterfall bit. Yeah. Where in the kit you've obviously got these little. Now I'd want to sort of call I think they're probably more like bead caps than anything else, or extremely fancy jump ring type spacer bead things. Yeah. I just thought that was really lovely, and it kind of kept in keeping with the Chinese sort of the Oriental theme.
You're totally right, actually. It really complements that Kumihimo.
Yeah. But obviously, if I just put them on a head pin,
yes,
they're sitting sort of the wrong Well,
yeah, you can't really see them. Jinx.
So just pushed it to the end, and then I didn't use my nails, probably did. Just bend that head pin up square. It will sort of ping about a little bit.
Yeah.
In order to lock it in place, you need to do two things. First off is just to give it a gentle squidge with your flat nose pliers.
Okay.
And it just sort of it does help kind of push that ball head pin into the space a bit.
Okay.
Make sure your head pin's kind of square on. And then I found some of the rutile quartz
That went onto that.
fit onto
Ooh.
the larger head pins,
That's
normal
good.
size head pins. And because that's then kind of square on the square, that's holding it in place as well. So this isn't actually going to go anywhere anymore.
That's good.
And then that's just a case of chopping it to length.
Oh, with them flush cutters
With the
again.
flush cutters.
We do still have some available if you want them.
And there's no round nose. Then just making a little loop in that. And I liked doing that so much, I did it once again with a labradorite on the back of the necklace as well. And having
yeah,
said
little
it
detail,
locks
that's
it in
so
place,
cute.
this one's decided to
How
not play.
adorable. This is just on the back. Really, really gorgeous.
I mean, in fairness, that there aren't many of the labradorite and the rutile quartz that will fit onto the head pins because there's a lot of the graduated strands and a lot of them are just too small for that. You wouldn't expect
But they
the
do,
holes to be
some
that
do.
big, but some do. So
That's
just find one that will
Just
do
to let
that.
you know, the flush cutters are on your screen right now. They were $29.95 for you. Last few of those, if you want them, get them right now. MKBN 69 is your tone. We hardly ever have them in stock, do we? You've got them today, though. Wonderful.
So that's that one, and I just wanted to mention the knot, or the strand that's the knot one. There isn't intricate design in that, it is just a stripe. So if you wanted to kind of start off with the idea of kind of more multi-strand Kumihimo, that's actually 16 strand braid. So it's just doubling up from the 8-strand braid, and each colour is sort of opposite pairs basically. So four strands in each of those opposite sort of sides, and you'll just get that stripe running through it. And that is still ever so slightly smaller, I think, ever so slightly thinner braid than your standard 8-strand Kumihimo braid with the 1mm.
Okay.
But if you were worrying about kind of going up as far as 24, just work up slowly. Obviously, when you've got 16, you've still got plenty of space around each of the pairings on the disc.
On the disc,
so
yeah.
if you're worried about getting a little bit confused with that, it's a good place to start.
Absolutely wonderful. It is such a beautiful design, isn't it? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous selection that we have here. Talk us through these earrings, please. We have got some text coming in as well. In fact, let's get the text in now. Genius, Teresa, says Linda. You and Prue should be put in a room to see what you can come up with. Becky, I love your dress. You look gorgeous, girl. Linda, thanks. Yeah, I'd love that idea, you and Prue. Just Kumihimo it out. What would you create?
Just as long as it isn't this world record strand of Kumihimo.
Hey, you set yourself up for that, Teresa.
Yeah.
Oh, you really did. This one says, oh, Teresa, those pieces are stunning. Loving JM as usual and trying to make a dream catcher.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, JM stuff. Oh, please, please, please send us a picture of that into the Wall of Fame. Please. Really need to see that. Dream catchers are massive at the moment. I hope it's going all right for you, my love. Thank you for sending that text in. Hi, I just wondered which would be the best glue to use to glue cords to the metal Kumihimo ends. Thank you very much. That's from Anne. Thanks, Anne. Good question.
I've not tried them all, but I swear by the high post cement glue.
Do we have any of that available, Danny boy? We'll find out for you. No, we haven't. No, I don't think we have. Sorry.
I mean, it's that one's a bit kind of sort of tending towards more of the gel type glues. So your standard heavy duty glue can be quite runny. That's fine. Actually, to have something a little bit thinner would be fine because it would kind of penetrate into the cord to the ends. But I think for getting it into the findings, I know the high-post cement works well with the metal findings. I suspect we have
actually got some on the website. We've just looked. Have a little look on there, man. £2.95 is it? Bargain.
And it's I've bought it elsewhere previously, and that's loads cheaper than I could get it elsewhere. Yeah.
Brilliant. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect the E6000 would probably do a similar job as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I'm sure I've seen.
So I think either of those would be fine. I haven't used that one, so I'm not quite sure what its consistency like, what it's like. But either of those. And I think if you put the glue into the end of the finding, and then put the cord in, then obviously you're not kind of ending up sort of pushing the glue around the side of the finding. It's less messy if it's kind of in the finding to start with, and then you push the cord end into it.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, lovely Anne. This one says, do the square and the round Kumihimo disc perform different functions, or is it just a different shape doing the same job? And that's from David in the city of Bristol. Hi David, thanks for joining us, love.
Well, you can do round braid on a square disc. You can. And square braid on a round disc.
Which is confusing, but you can.
But it's easier to do the round braid on a round disc than the square braid on a square disc, simply because, well, the square disc you tend to leave static, and the slots are obviously sort of horizontal and vertical.
Yes.
And that works really well when it's static. If you're doing your standard Kumihimo braid, you're turning, then actually some of those slots are at angles, so you're just having to kind of put it in at an angle each time. There's no problem with doing that, it's just slightly more irritating than not. Okay. And I have to admit, I haven't experimented a lot with the square braids. I need to do a little bit more with the square braids because I do love them. And
gorgeous, aren't they?
Actually, I got a bundle way back when with the square disc and the round disc in it, simply because I wanted to try the square disc, and then I've been really working on the round one more than the square. And I think maybe that is the thing about Kumihimo. You sort of think you're probably not going to get into it, and you might do a couple of bits just for a different sort of necklace style or whatever, and it is just a bit tremendously addictive. So you just kind of carry on.
Can he start? Thank you very much for that, David. You're absolutely adorable. Just to let you know, some of that kit is still available, but you would have to be really quick. Do not forget what you had in there. You had those 4 new Eslons in that beautiful lime, that really gorgeous maroon, that beautiful golden colour, as well as your really beautiful tan tone. These were all new. These are the ones that lovely Teresa has prepped with, including this, all that she's made. And look, she still had all of this left. You get 70 meters on each of these reels, and they're new. You get a strand of that beautiful emerald, a strand of your brand spanking new rutile quartz as well in there. And you had the findings pack, as well as the agate and the beautiful labradorite too. All of that today, massive price discount, just $26.95 for you. Treat yourself, do it whilst you can. Teresa, you're an absolute love. Thank you so much for showing us that. How's your challenge going?
It's going all right.
Good. We are going to be joining lovely Teresa after the break to have a little look at her challenge, and I have got some stunning strands. Stay exactly where you are. I'll see you after this.
We've teamed up with Make and Sell Jewellery magazine to offer our customers an exclusive promotion. From the 4th to the 8th of August, we're giving you the chance to get a 6-month subscription to Make and Sell Jewellery magazine for just $19.99, saving a massive 33%. Simply go to the website or call 01795 414 964 and quote the discount code JMOffer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for more details.
Before any of the gemstones that arrive here in Jaipur can leave Jaipur for the UK, they need to be tested. So all the genuine gemstone strands go from the vendor to an independent laboratory. They're then tested to prove that they are what they say they are. Now, as you can see here, This shipment of emerald arrived this morning, and it comes with this. This is really important. This shows that the emerald has been tested in random strands and can be proven to be genuine emerald. If this authenticity card doesn't arrive with a genuine gemstone, then the shipment won't go to the UK.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Designer Inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Rebecca Redican. I am joined by the ever so glamorous Teresa today. Hello love.
Hello.
Tell me, before everyone else sees them, brand spanking new.
I can't see from here. Oh.
That was just an exhalation.
Yeah,
I
they
love
are
that.
lovely.
Do you love them?
Yes.
These are brand spanking new for you. Oh my goodness. These are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Look at this rose gold S-shaped clasp, 925, beautifully dipped in this rose gold. Gorgeous rope-like detail right in the center there, just drawing your eyes into kind of the crux of it. Now, these are brand spanking new, your S hooks. They are 23 by 11 mil. You're getting 3 of these in total. Let me get your price in. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. I told you I was going to have more of these. Maybe you've already got your hands on the gold that I had on earlier with that slightly different detail, and now you want to add the rose gold to your collection too. Now is your chance to do so. £9.95. The price of your gold and 925 is going up everywhere else apart from here at Jewellery Maker. We're able to offer you cracking prices. We buy them at below prices, we pass the price discount on to you. £9.95, brand spanking new, 3 of them. JIDL 89 is your code on this today. £9.95. Get them whilst you can. I've got so much to fit in. I truly have. I'm going to have to fire through these. So if you want these goodies, if you want some treats, then you are going to have to get in on the phone as soon as that code comes in. Are we doing the bundle now, love? The chain bundle, yeah? Oh my goodness. Chunky chain bundle I have got for you now. Take a little look at these. Oh, so many. If you're going for a chunky design, this is going to be the one for you. This is a lot of chain. You have got here this beautiful matte shape in the oval. You've got your high shine twisted gold. You've got almost that gun metal look with the textured circles. You've got more of the high shine twisted oval, but it's slightly larger. And then you've got this double link chain as well. This is your double link one. When you take this apart, you get 2 meters worth of chain out of this one. If you want to go for that look, of course. Every single one of these is 1 meter long. You have got such a range here. You've got matte, you've got high shine, you've got textured, you've got plain. You've got beautiful amount of variety that you can create with this. We know that chain is everywhere at the moment. Normally, if something's high fashion, that means that the prices will stay up. Not here. Your price should be £15.75. This is a bundle. This is your chance. Low price on these right now. It's all yours for just £2 a chain, £9.95. £2 a chain, £9.95. You're getting 5 of these, 5 metres worth, although this one can be doubled out. It's absolutely astonishing. If you're gonna go for chain, we know that chain is really big at the moment. It's a really massive design. You have got on here the types of designs, the types of looks that the wonderful Gemma Crow had. The Gemma Crow created with her pieces. If you saw those pieces that she created, she had meters and meters, and she used 47 meters worth of our chain, but she also used chunky chain to keep it all in place, to keep it all locked together. £9.95. It's really high fashion look for you at the moment. There's loads of you getting your hands on this. Congratulations. Get it whilst you can at £2 a length. Rude not to, wouldn't it? Sticking with the chain theme, in fact, how about doing your gemstone chain? Oh, wow, that is extraordinary. Oh my goodness, the Labrador essence coming from this. A meter's worth, again, it's a serious amount we've got here. And the quality of that Labradorite is so beautiful. Take a little look. You have got here 925 with that beautiful Labradorite included. This Labradorite is such high quality that truly, realistically, do you think we would pair Labradorite with 925 if it wasn't absolutely high-end quality? We just wouldn't do it, would we? A meter's worth you've got here, so you've got absolutely plenty. Now, I've got to say to you at home, you're not going to be getting the full impact of this shiller and the sheen from the Labradorite. Few reasons for that. Number one, the lights in here, they're said to light the set and myself and the guest designer. They're huge, like stage lights, really, really bright. Do not look into them like I just did, because you get glare for ages. Exactly like that. I feel like it's when it's like solar eclipse. Do you remember when it used to happen? I remember when it happened at school once, and the newspapers gave you out those little like special glasses.
Yeah, 3D ones.
Yeah, yeah. So that you could look at the sun. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel like I need a set now. But because of that light here, and also because there's so many pieces of glass in the lenses of the camera, it takes away a layer of that shiller every single time. So you can see a little bit, but trust me, when you get this home, you're going to be blown away by the beautiful quality of this. A meter's worth of your Labradorite with your 925 chain. Your price today? Just £17.95 for you. That is astonishing, isn't it? You've got serious high-end quality of this Labradorite. You've got, I know it's a meter's worth train, but realistically, every single one of these hand-wrapped, hand-woven, double-wrapped loops on either side of this, that has taken so much work and so much effort. You've got the 925 in there as well, which means that realistically, with the double-wrap loop, with the sizings on this, you're looking at probably around 2 meters worth of 925. Have you ever tried to do wrap loops at home? Have you ever tried to do a large amount of them? It's all right if you're only doing, a necklace length. If you are trying to do a meter's worth, that is astonishing, isn't it? Debbie Bulford has done a gemstone chain before, and actually she's done a gemstone chain before, but this is a while ago. This is before we did them ourselves, and she did for a morning show to do a bit of an inspirational piece. She did a gemstone chain herself with double wrap loops. She decided to do a 50 centimetre length to do kind of a double wrap necklace to give a really nice effect. It took her 4 hours to do 50 centimetres. I've got 100 centimetres worth here for you. That is hours worth of work. It's £17.95, serious quality. 925 that's gone up in price, but still at bargain basement, £17.95. Well done if you managed to get your hands on that. You don't really have to do much with it at all. Just appreciate how beautiful it is. Say that to me again. Oh my God. Right, hang on. Give me a minute. Got to get these out of the bag. Oh. Last opportunity. You've only seen them once. They've nearly sold out. Let's not mess around about this. I had 150 gone the first time. I've not got anywhere near this left. You've got that beautiful peacock shiller, that peacock tone brushing across the surface, that gorgeous detail of like the diesel effect. Can I just ask, was that your impression of a peacock?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know you too well. If that doesn't make you want to buy these, I don't know what will. Your price today for a beautiful strand of pearls is just £9.95 for you. Gorgeous effect to these. These are your pearls, cultured pearl, but look at the shape of them. Realistically, how often do we see that? They're kind of like a rice bead or even marquise shape, aren't they? From 13 by 9 to 15 by 10 on these. TMPO30 is your code. You've got that gorgeous peacock colour. You've got the golds, you've got those greens, you've got the blues spanning across. Is this your last chance to purchase? Seriously, seriously, get your hands on it absolutely whilst you can. When you're dealing with such a span of colour, when you're dealing with such a selection of brightness, you really do want to be working this to the fullest of extents. You truly, truly do. And in fact, I'm just having a little, my eye has just been caught again by this little beauty. How high-end would that look? That would look so delectable, maybe as a double strander or possibly even just as spaces themselves, because you've got that sheen from the pearl and then you've got that beautiful bifringence coming off the zircon at the top there. It is just going to work exceptionally well together. And actually, do you know what else I've got? Ooh, that would go nice, wouldn't it? Oh, stop. Furby, go back in your box, you little muppet. They'd go gorgeously, wouldn't they? This is a beautiful strand of genuine pearls that we have here. Multi-buyers, you're getting involved. Good, because it's your last chance to right at this moment in time. It's unusual to be able to work with the shapes like this, isn't it? Do you remember I did you that strand of the flowers, those flower pearls that we had on recently? And those are the shaped ones. Those are the first shape one I've ever seen. I'm so happy to be able to bring these to you now in this beautiful shape, like marquise rice bead shape. I'd say that'd be great because these would be perfect as a pair of earrings, wouldn't they? Pop them on a head pin, you're done and dusted. But then you could do a really gorgeous layered like waterfall effect essentially with these, maybe even paired with lots and lots of different pieces of chain. It'd be so pretty, wouldn't it? Ooh, how about that, Danny? Let's have a look. No. Yeah, no, it's gorgeous, right? Very pretty. Look how nice. What do you think? Are you happy with your creation, Danny? Do you think they go nicely together? I absolutely agree with you. This is a strand of solar quartzes coming up for you in a little bit. At £9.95. You've got greens, oranges, purples and blues as well in here. Yes, let's do that, please. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to bring this to you. I truly, truly, truly am. Oh my goodness. I'm about to bring to you, I've just seen colour play. I'm about to bring to you a brand spanking new strand of Fire Opal. I hardly ever get to bring you opal brand spanking new, but today is my day and I cannot wait to bring this to you. Opal is just a gorgeous gemstone strand. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I quite like it. It's one of my favourite gemstones in the whole wide world. And this strand, boy, is doing the opal name justice. Wow. That is so stunning, isn't it? That is so similar to the orange sapphire we had earlier on. Your colour in here has already been banded and graduated for you. 10 carats worth of this shaded fire opal that we have here. Fire opal is beautiful because I always think it depicts exactly where it's from. So this is from Mexico, and fire opal itself, I always think just picks up the landscape, because in Mexico, where our mine is for this gemstone, it's actually in kind of the hilly area, which is just made up of lots and lots of extinct volcanoes. That's all kind of the landscape is made up of, these huge extinct volcanoes. And we actually get our fire opal from there, from the ridges and the kind of surrounding area of these huge volcanoes. And it's 50 meters drop that we go down to, and it's kind of all these sort of meranding, kind of winding pathways that we go through to get our hands on this, all around these huge built up fiery hot volcanoes. And I absolutely adore that about this. It depicts exactly where we get it from. It highlights to you exactly, you can always feel the heat, you know how warm it's going to be there. You've got those lava and those molten rock type colours running through here. The clarity itself is absolutely exceptional. I've got to say, a huge rarity when it comes to fire opal. Boy, oh boy, I mean massively rare. It just goes to show the quality of this. It truly does. You're not going to find fire opal like this every day. This goes to show our buying power. This goes to show how exceptional and how important it is to us that we bring you quality whenever possible. We've definitely done it here, definitely. DPRU 18, 10 carats worth of your shaded fire opal. You've got these beautiful areas of just colour play that I'm getting in here. It was so unusual to get that in fire opal, but on a couple of these I most certainly have. I've already got triple buyers on this, multi-buyers galore. Congratulations. If you love opal as much as I do, this is definitely for you. Maybe opal hasn't been the one for you. Well, I'll tell you what, at this price it is. I actually forgot it was going to be that price. I don't know what to say now. I genuinely completely forgot it was that price. I don't know why. I did have, well, no, I had $18.95 in my head, to be honest. Why is that? Why would I have that? Oh my goodness, please don't think that's indicative of quality. It's absolutely not. This is opal. This is one of the gemstones that everybody knows. I know 5-year-olds who know what opal is. Like, it is a gemstone for every age, for every wonder. It's just timeless, it's ageless. I know it's not one of the big four, of course, but it's kind of up there, isn't it? It's with like the topaz, it's up there. It truly, truly is. When you're younger, I think it's safe to say, you knew the name diamond, didn't you? You knew what a diamond was, tick. You knew what a pearl was, didn't you? Tick. You know what topaz is, tick. You know what sapphire is, tick. You know what opal is, don't you? And that is up there with the big boys. It really, really is. Brand spanking new, so seductively sparkly, fiery heat to these is absolutely astonishing. It really, really is. I cannot get over it. I absolutely adore this. I really do. I'm just got to pair this. I've got to pair this now with my zircon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I want to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, I'm all right now. It's passed. Oh my goodness. That is, to me, match made in heaven, isn't it? So sparkly. Oh my goodness, I love it. Congratulations, you've gone off my screen. You love this so, so much. You love it as much as I do. This has been millennia in the making, thousands and thousands of years for you in the making from Mother Nature. It is so beautiful, it really is. So many of you, you've gone off my screen today at $9.95. Genuinely, I did actually forget the price. I won't lie to you. I always forget prices around this time of the day because we start discussing prices like around 11 o'clock. So that was ages ago in my day. I've just forgotten, in my day. $9.95. I can't believe it. I really cannot. DPRU 18 for you today. 10 carats worth of this gorgeous fire opal. Yes, let's do that. How many have I got, Danny boy? I'm about to bring to you this most beautiful, beautiful strand. Just look at it first. Let's just have a little bit of quiet time and let's just appreciate the beauty of this strand. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? If you've just tuned in and you're looking at this and you're thinking, is that diamond? You won't be the only one. You wouldn't be the only one. I always get told off for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think zircon is better than diamond. I know, Ben, right? Catch your breath. I do, absolutely do. I genuinely believe that if zircon had had even a quarter of the amount of promotion that diamond had, it would be triple the price of diamond. Absolutely would. Essentially, this to me is so much better than diamond because you have got bifringence within here. Now, what does bifringent mean? Okay, so essentially what happens is, as the light enters this gemstone, it gets split into two directions. Now, one of those sort of beams of light, as it were, will travel at a slower rate than the other. Now, that means that essentially when the light comes in here, it's split into two different directions. One light source travels slow, one travels fast. So that means you're getting double whammy the sparkle to the eye, essentially. Diamond doesn't have that. Diamond doesn't do that. This is one of the most sparkly of all gems in the world. It truly, truly is beautiful. I completely adore it for the fact as well that when we're working with this gemstone, you're able to really make the most of that. You have got just a little bit of the beauty and the brightness in this, which is just too exemplary. It really, really is. Another thing I adore about this is the history behind it. It is the oldest gemstone in the world for you today. I've got a little visual aid. Oh, there. This is my zircon timeline. This is a span of time in which we're looking at now. So this is in from the start of the humans right here, very, very much down at the end. And this is billions of years all the way to the formation of the Earth. So we're starting here. This is where we are right now. We're literally this tiny, tiny final centimetre at the very, very end. The dinosaurs came in not so long ago, so we could see the time point of this. That's it, all of that. All the way over here, the formation of the Earth. And here, right here, is the first piece of zircon. Right here, this little point here. That is around 4.4 billion years ago. We're over here, dinosaurs are here. All of this time in the creation. Diamonds, where are the diamonds at? My diamonds are, oldest diamond, what, 2.3 billion. So diamonds are over here. That's it. Another reason Becky Redican believes that zircon is better than diamond. Look at all of that time that has passed to create this. That is how much work Mother Nature puts into this. And it's due to that design and due to that formation that has meant you're getting this serious sparkle, this beautiful bifringence. It is a gemstone which truly, truly is just becoming more and more popular. People are starting to know it. Have you ever heard of cubic zirconium? If you've heard of cubic zirconium, that is a gemstone which actually kind of very much, I suppose, like Swarovski. Cubic zirconium is one of those faux gemstones that people absolutely love, and people hear, oh, cubic zirconium, oh, that's nice. It's a man-made product though, isn't it? It is a man-made product, and actually even the name itself is stated, cubic zirconium, because it's a man-made copy, realistically, of this gemstone. That's how much they adore this gemstone. It hasn't got bifringence. They've not been able to quite do that, but it's essentially a copy of this gemstone. It's a man-made copy. Why would you want to get your hands on a man-made copy, which, let's face it, we all know the price of cubic zirconium out there. It is a high price. There would be absolutely no need when you are getting this genuine version for just I have no words for that at all. This has been billions of years in the making, okay? This has taken Mother Nature billions of years to perfect, and let's face it, she's done it. She's hit the nail on the head. You've got more sparkle from this than you would do a diamond. You have got the work that has gone into this. It's essential. Look at the facets on this. If you tuned in right now and the graphics weren't there, it didn't say the name, you would easily be forgiven for thinking this is a diamond. 110%. The clarity on this is wonderful. Sometimes with zircon, you can have those deep smoky patches, which are beautiful, but genuinely, I can't think of a time I've seen a clearer zircon than this. I really can't. It's multi-buyers on this are well done to you all who are getting your hands on this. It is so beautiful. Do you know what else? Zircon, it's heaviest gemstone in the world. Do you know that? Heaviest gemstone in the world. It is 4 times heavier than water. Now that actually means when you wear it, you can tell that you'll wear it. It's essentially what we do with every single gemstone. When you're weighing it, you'll weigh it in relation to water. So there's a really simple kind of experiment that you do with it, but it's very much like your gravity index is what it's called. And this is the heaviest, 4 times heavier than water. It's even heavier than diamond. Diamond is only 3.2 times the weight of water. This is actually 4.3 times the weight of water. Now that means that as soon as you're wearing it, you can feel it. You can feel that weight there, which is wonderful, isn't it? We always talk about weight sometimes meaning quality, don't we? So if you think about, say, polymer, when we're working with polymer clay, Debbie Bulford nearly always weighs down her polymer clay, doesn't she? Because she says, when you feel the weight, you think quality, you think high end. This gemstone does it absolutely for you. £19.95, now is your opportunity to get your hands on something Mother Nature has worked millennium for. You heard. To £19.95. I love it. I love it. What else have I got coming up? Solar quartz as well I've got coming up, haven't I? They'd work well together actually, wouldn't they? Because I'm just thinking, let's face it, the zircon's going to go with anything, isn't it? It's going to go with anything, of course it is, because it's just got that beautiful clarity body of colour. Unusual for zircon, isn't it? Usually with zircon you're looking at kind of tan tones in there, but because this is clear, that works really beautifully, doesn't it? What do you think? Lush. It's just going to go with anything. Unusual to get clear zircon. I could just eat that strand. I won't. It'd make me poorly. Where are we going, did you say, love? Oh, I love that. Mark Smith will be running to the phone right now, in between ironing his tea towels and his socks and all the other things he loves to do, because I've got a nuggety bundle for you now. Double strands galore here as well today. This is an exceptional little deal. I have got for you beautiful kyanite. Wow. Kyanite, I can't believe we've got kyanite in this bundle. 200 carats worth of it here we have in these plain nuggets. You've also got in here your beautiful chrysoprase as well. You've got your onsite as well in here, and that rainbow moonstone. Just separate those out for you. These are all double whammies that we've got on here. Every single one of them with over 145 carats worth. They look exceptional together, don't they? Now, maybe you've not worked with nuggets before, because I can understand nuggets could be perhaps a little bit, you know, if you haven't worked with them before, they could look a little bit scary, a little bit off-putting. There's a few things I just want to clarify for you. First off, they're not scratchy at all. They have a beautiful smoothness to them because they've all been really highly polished. So you don't have to worry about wearing these. They'll be lovely resting against the skin. Another great thing with these is you don't have to be an absolute jewellery maker expert to make something really elegant with these. Get yourself a little bit of memory wire, pop it on, and you're absolutely sorted. Loop it over your head. Done. Aren't you, Ben?
Yeah. Yeah.
Aren't you? Your price today for a double strander should be $17.80, obviously. Look at some of the gemstones you've got in there. Boy, oh boy, of course it should be that price. I'm going lower than that today, though. Am I actually? I can't believe this price. I do not remember discussing that earlier. This is £3 per strand, but let's face it, yes, all right, you've got 4 different gemstones, but essentially you've got 8 strands because these are our double strands. You haven't seen the length of this before. This is the length, you've got a doubled up strand, each one walking out around 87 centimetres worth. You're getting this half of a strand, so a full strand there, for £1.50. What? Of kyanite? That is absolutely shocker, isn't it? I can't get over that price point today. I really, really can't. P, what would Christopher, whoever he is, say about this?
No.
What? Come in, Pete. Come in, love. Welcome to the fold.
Hello.
Hello, hello. This is floor manager Pete. It's that time of day again. Come on, Pete. Come on, hurry up. At this time of day, Ben will always pull across the nearest chair and just get himself settled. You're right there, Ben. If you think I'm joking, I'm not. See? Told you. Okay. So, remind me who it is, love. Remind me who it is.
It's Christopher Walken.
Okay,
Renowned
Christopher Walken.
actor.
Renowned actor
Yeah.
from films such as...
Such as A View to a Kill, The Deer Hunter. No?
Has he been in any chick
Yeah,
flicks?
True Romance.
Has he been in any chick
True
flicks?
Romance is like sort of chick.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's not,
it's
is
a love,
it?
it's a love
Even
story.
Teresa's not sure about that.
It's a love story.
It's in a kind of...
No, he hasn't. No.
Then no, he hasn't. Well, that's why I don't have a clue who he is.
Okay.
Okay, so go on. I'm not going to know whether or not this is good. Ben, you're going to have to tell me. Okay.
All right.
Do you have to do any warm-up exercises for this one?
I feel like I have to put my hands in my pockets. I don't know why. I'm walking around.
I've never heard anyone say that. To do an impression, I must put my hands in my pockets and walk around. Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Well, you know, he's crazy that way. I can't do anymore.
Is that any good? Ben, you're hanging your head.
Nah.
Getting there. It was getting
It
there.
was
That's
getting
why it's
there.
a workshop.
You
That's
need
why
a
I'm
dialogue.
Oh, are you workshopping this, are you?
Yeah.
Are you workshopping this
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
Okay, have another crack at it.
Right. I went down to the beef brisket store and bought myself a snack. No.
You had beef brisket for a snack.
Beef brisket for a snack?
I don't know. Something he would say because he doesn't really think about what he's going to say next.
I like that.
A lot like me.
I love a lot like you. High five me out. Who are we expecting tomorrow, Pete?
I don't know. You decide.
You decide. All right, I'll have a little think about it. £11.95 for you today. Get it whilst you can. Thank you, Peter, for making me laugh, said Teresa. Oh, Teresa, you're more than welcome, love. You absolutely are. £11.95 for you. That massive, massive bundle of goodness for you today. Now, let's bring you a little pretty number, shall we? Again, one of those gemstones you just know. Gorgeous topaz. Oh my gosh. When we think of topaz and we think of beautiful blue topaz, this is the colour palette we're going to be looking for, isn't it? It truly is exceptional. 70 carats worth of blue topaz. Now, when we're thinking of blue topaz and you're thinking of topaz in general, we're definitely thinking of one of the most iconic of all gemstones in the world, aren't we? It's totally renowned. Again, everyone knows it. Everyone understands what topaz is. It is a beautiful tone that we have to this. Really delicate, actually, isn't it? But you can definitely tell it's got that blue in there. You have a wonderful work that's been put into this. Every single one, individually faceted. I love, as it moves, how that light is just spanning across each and every one of those diamond-shaped facets and it's just twinkling away to really just make it a very appealing strand. I've got 70 carats worth here, and this is from 6x5 to 11x8. So actually, pretty decent graduation on this, isn't there? Which is wonderful. It means you're going to be able to make some really standout pieces. What about doing some of these as a charm and a charm bracelet? That'd be lush, wouldn't it? You could also do some sort of just little pairs of earrings. You've got such a mixture on here, and in fact, if you did want to really sort of show off the graduation to its best, then you absolutely could, just by doing a gorgeous lariat style with this. It'd be astonishing. It is your blue topaz. It's one of your favourites at a wonderful little price point. £11.95 for this entire strand today. YARU39 is your code on this today at £11.95. Get it whilst you can today. Now, I have got another little beautiful bundle for you. All of these are rondelles. Oh my goodness, hello. Let's really take a look at these. Oh, I hope you can see the schiller. Lights, don't fail me now. You can a little bit. Times that by 10 in your mind, because you're getting close. Oh my goodness, look at this stunning, stunning moonstone that we have on here. Absolutely adorable on here. Really gorgeous amount of that moonstone that we have here. How many carats worth do we have on this, Danny? It is, you have got here 45 carats worth of your rainbow moonstone in your graduated faceted rondelles. It's a lovely lengthy strand, 30 centimetres worth. Oh my goodness, I'm just thinking again. I know I keep bringing it up, but zircon, that'd go so exceptionally well. Oh, I need this in my life. You've also got in here a beautiful variety of your multicoloured amethyst, ranging from a very deep, almost Zambian tone across to almost touching on the Rose de France, isn't it? With that slight element of pink in the background, and in fact, this one's even more so. Really gorgeous clarity to each of these 45 carats worth that we've got in this. It is just a high shine selection. Can you see, especially in the amethyst, you've got that internal brightness, that brilliance, that life and soul of the gemstone in here. It's really stunning. Working again around the 5x3mm on that sizing. As well as this, you're going to be getting a beautiful strand of faceted labradorite. So again, adding to that sheen, that schiller. It is in the kind of same area as your moonstone, but it is by far not the same gemstones. Quite a few sort of chemical compositions which are quite different between the two. You have got that beautiful quality of labradorite. I adore faceted labradorite, I have to say, because you get the initial kind of glare brightness from the reflection of the light, and then you get just under the surface this wonderful labradorite, the gorgeous labradorescences span this sheen of colour, which is just unlike anything else. I absolutely adore it. So we've got your internal brilliance, you've got with the amethyst and that multi-strand of amethyst, you've got your internal interest when it comes to the rainbow moonstone and the labradorite, and now we're going sub-metallic. Oh wow. You've got high shine brilliance of your amethyst. You've got the internal schiller from your moonstone and your labradorite, and now I'm bringing to you sub-metallic like nothing else. Stunning pyrite. Oh, lemon yellow and your gorgeous lime-like green. You have got submetallic luster unlike anything else. It's a really stunning selection that you have on there. Working at around 4x2mm on each of those strands. Can I just say the length of these strands is astonishing. Working out around the 37 centimetre mark on both of those. Stunning. So, what do you think your price point should be? Because let's face it, you can see the quality of all of these. With amethyst, I want that internal beautiful brilliance, that light. I've got it with both of these. When it comes to moonstone and labradorite, I want that gorgeous sheen. I've got that. When it comes to your pyrite, I'm looking for a really beautiful metallic luster. I'm looking for a really serious glow. I've got that with both of these. So the quality we know is up there. We know that we're working with really high-end, exquisite pieces here. So what's your price point, do you think? £38.70 is your should-be price. It's not staying there though. You want to get your hands on quality, then you want to get your hands on this for a tiny £27.95 for you. Oh my goodness, the quality of this. When do you ever see multi-amethyst, especially of that quality? Look at that internal fire, that brilliance, that life, the soul of the beautiful gemstone. You've then got those gorgeous sheens, those blues, those golden tones running across the surface of the labradorite, which is then mimicked elegantly and beautifully within that labradorite. Look at the blues from there, you can even see them, it's astonishing. And then we're talking about sub-metallic luster of that pyrite, unrivaled, I've got to say. For me, you have just got everything you could possibly want in here, and look how well they work together. Let's face it, we wouldn't necessarily think limes, lemons and purples working together, but boy oh boy, they do, don't they? Don't they look gorgeous? Can you imagine being absolutely bejeweled in these gorgeous genuine gemstones? They would be absolutely immaculate, wouldn't they? What are you saying, around the head? Are you thinking headband, are you?
Why not?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. Kind of more festival chic, isn't it? More festival chic. $27.95 for you on this today. It really is absolutely wonderful. It really, really is astonishing. I love that price point. What do you think of that price point, lovely Teresa?
Oh, just amazing. Just amazing. They're just too gorgeous, really, aren't they? So
Yeah.
and rondelles are actually quite a versatile shape. Yeah, you just get them. They're lovely.
At that price point as well, really.
Yeah.
It's astonishing, it truly is. £27.95 for you. Get it really quickly because they're flying. Well done for that price discount. It's absolutely wonderful little piece for you there. Now, I have got a 2-strand bundle for you now. Ooh, hey, this would go gorgeously with that Eslan we had in that kit earlier on, because the colour palette is exactly the same, it truly is. Think kind of Bollywood, think like Indian summer, and now take a look at these, because it's just hitting the nail on the head for me. Oh my goodness, especially this one with kind of those spices. Those spices, those really hot toners. Is that guy on his motorbike again? This is Ryan's pet peeve. We apologise if you heard that in the studio. This is Ryan's pet peeve, okay? He is the most chilled out director in the world. He is so calm, so relaxed. At the same time, every single day, a motorbike outside the studio just pulls off. And it riles him right up. He always says, don't park there, or this is a studio, at least wheel it away a little bit. Every single time. Sorry if the motorcycle disrupted you and your viewing experience. I have got these 2 strands here. They are splendid sunshine. 230 carats worth of the crackled quartz on those medium nuggets. Medium nuggets? Excuse me? How are these nuggets? Have I got the right strand? I definitely have, haven't I? They're not nuggets, are they? I personally wouldn't describe them as nuggets. But 230 carats worth nonetheless we have on here. You've got 9 by 8 to 11 by 10 mil on these of your gorgeous crackle quartz. Pinks in there. Oh, again, a bracelet from me. Go perfect with. And then you've got your spicy tones of the multicoloured quartz in the medium nuggets, which are 250 carats worth. Your price should be $13.90. I'm not staying there though. No, not today. Your price is going down to just a tiny £9.95 for you today to get your hands on some of the season's biggest colours. You've got those garnet tones with the red, you've got those emerald tones in the greens, you've got your heliodor colours within this strand here with those beautiful yellows. Aquamarine tones you've got in this as well. £9.95 for you on this today. GZ GC85 on these. They are gonna work exquisitely, separately, I would say, personally for me, but of course it's up to you. If you wanted to graduate these off, if you're one of these people who just likes working with kind of, you know, your garnet tones and likes working with, say, your topaz tones, then you can, of course, separate this off, because there's plenty of every single one of those colours on both strands. So you could just separate those off if you so wish. At £9.95, you're getting both of these strands at a really exceptional little price point. I would actually say if you're looking at really fun, like kind of young, fresh tones, then you've got that in the Crackle Quartz, but then you've still got the multicolour, but definitely much more in a more grown-up version, haven't you, when it comes to this beautiful strand here. I've got multi-buyers on this. I wonder what you're going to get up to, Jacqueline and Sue, with these ones. I hope you've got some lovely ideas. £9.95 for you on this today. I absolutely adore the variety of this, and just look at that Crackle Quartz. If you haven't seen Crackle Quartz before, do get it today, because at that price point it'd be rude not to. But also, Crackle Quartz is essentially, all it is we apply a very small amount of heat to the Crackle Quartz, and that just changes the internal structure of it. It essentially kind of just breaks away. Now none of this will chip off or anything at all, because once it's shaped and polished, it holds its form. But it just gives you this gorgeous internal effect, unlike anything else. And that means that then the colours kind of pool into these sections where it's all cracked, and it just gives you real vibrancy and real interest internally. If you're into kind of the fluidity of gemstones, if you're into kind of internal interest, this is probably one of the ones you want to get your hands on today. Both of these strands just £9.95 for you. Got to text him. Go on then. Who? It's for Pete. Pete, come here. I already know you're not going to like that, because you always say, I always ask you to do impressions of women and you say you can't, which I think is a lie.
I can't help that.
I can't help that. Pete, can you do Elizabeth Taylor or John Wayne?
Pilgrim.
No. No, can you?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
What about that for tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Whole
John
sentence?
Wayne, I can do, yeah.
Can you do me a whole
I can do a
sentence on
few
it?
lines. A few lines from John.
All right, show off, Pete. Cheers. Tune in tomorrow. What about Elizabeth Taylor? Can you do it? No.
No.
Work on it.
I'll work on it then.
That's one for Wednesday, next Wednesday. Yeah? Happy days? Deal?
What is
Good. Good. Oh my goodness, that is a question and a half. No, you're absolutely right. Oh, what are these little cuties? I like these flowers. I've not seen those before. Can we do those? Just because I've never seen them before. Little shells. Now, I'm so sorry about this. Oh, so bad. Do not open these with your teeth. Oh, and don't throw them across the studio either. It's all right, we'll use our imagination. I love these. Where are these from? Have we got some tweezers, lovely Pete, please? You've only seen them once before by themselves, that's why. Oh my goodness, they are absolutely stunning. These are your white shell 5-petaled flowers. Let me pick them up for you so you can get a real good look at these. Easier said than done. You're right there, Pete. Why are you on the floor, mate? Oh, is that because I threw some at you? Didn't mean to, love. Come here, you. Stay still. Oh, thanks, Pete. Come here, you. There we go. I got you. Oh, just as I got it as well. Look at how beautiful the sheen on this is. Oh my goodness. These, they've got a feel of maybe a lily to them, possibly even kind of the internals of a poinsettia slightly. Oh no, I've only got 33 left. I've got 10 of these in the pack. These are your white shell. Once these are gone, these are gone. We sold over 100 of these originally, which is why I've only at this moment in time got 31 left at £6.95. These are beautiful. I love that they've got that centre drill hole as well. You could add yourself this really gorgeous, what about those 4 mils that I had on for you earlier? What about adding those to the centre? That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Create your own little charms. In fact, you know what you could do for this? How about if you got the kind of multi-gems that we've had on earlier on, and perhaps you got the 4 mils that we had, or even those 3 mils that we had earlier on, you could really easily create like a birthstone charm with this, couldn't you? Have one for every person in your family, etc., because there's plenty in here. You've got 10 of them I need to let you know though, with that many multi-buyers, this is not going to hang around for a long time. Once you check out your basket, we haven't got many left. Truth be told, Danny says, don't think we're going to be seeing this again. Really do not think we will. I've never seen anything like this myself. It is a beautiful little button design we could do with these. Oh my goodness, you know how in autumn, winter, you will be seeing in kind of the autumn winter design, we're looking for kind of the tailoring has become a little bit more masculine for the feminine designs, hasn't it? It's a really androgynous look is coming in for the autumn winter, isn't it? So we're looking, feminine wear is bringing a lot more cufflinks in. You could make a gorgeous little feminine section, about to sell out. People have officially missed out on that. I'm so sorry. Congratulations if you managed to get them. I love them. I love them. Where are we going, Danny boy? Solar quartz time. Let's have a little look at it. It is indeed. Ooh. Now, solar quartz. This year, this season, kind of the organic feel has been huge. We've seen that, haven't we? We've seen it in pearls. They are absolutely a massive, massive piece at the moment. Well, solar quartz is exactly the same, especially with this pop of colour. Take a look at these little beauties for me. Wow. I know I say little in a completely ironic way, because look at the size of them. They're absolutely huge, aren't they? Now, I did a little bit of research at the start of this season for you. Just have a look at some trends that were coming up, and I've got to say, organics came up. Kind of when I say organics, I mean genuine gemstones came up, but I mean kind of organic Mother Nature herself came up time and time again. And in fact, I did a little bit of research, and one of the things I typed in was sort of top 5 trends, and one of the trends that came up was this, the rough cut. So can you see in that picture how you've got all of these kind of solar quartz like gemstones, and you've got the bright pops of colour. Now the prices on those are absolutely astonishing. You're looking around 220 for the bangle itself, just with one of a gemstone like this in there. It really has been high fashion. You've seen it everywhere. We'll see even more of it coming to the end of summer and going through to our autumn winter, because this year we're keeping sheen and we're keeping colour for the long haul. So now's your opportunity to get your hands on it. 200 carats worth of this stunning solar quartz. It's high fashion, it's beautiful. It's yours today for just £11.95 for you today. Look at the size of that. Sorry, it's waxed me, Mike, but to be honest, it's hard to ignore with these absolutely huge pieces, isn't it? Look at that. Look how massive those are. Now, solar quartz is gorgeous. If you've ever taken solar quartz outside, you'll know exactly what I mean. It has this beautiful burst of colour just spanning around the outside of it that you almost cannot even imagine. I wonder if we can have a real good look, a real good creep into some of these, because you can see this glitter, this sheen. Now when you take this outside, these areas of glitter that you get are really reds, blues, pinks, yellows, spanning in all different directions. It really is a beautiful strand. And I adore that every single one is completely and absolutely unique. You've got these that almost look like kind of age circles on a tree, haven't you? Then you've got some that are almost like pathways leading you through the gemstone. I absolutely adore every single one of these. You could do individual pendants, and if you were to do that, I would say realistically, you'd have 6, 7. I've got 7 on here. You've got 7 individual pendants here. You've got kind of the delicate dainty right at the end, and then you've got those huge one in the middle, like the heart of the ocean from Titanic. That's what it's like, isn't it? So that's huge. It's absolutely massive for you. Teresa, what do you think of this strand, love?
It's lovely. I was looking at it earlier on, actually. I came over to have a bit of a gander, and they're just lovely, aren't they? I've got one of the strands of solar quartz I haven't got around to doing anything with yet.
Yeah.
Because I sort of thought that the striations and everything in it was really nice. You don't understand the kind of the internal sort of sparkle that it's got until you actually see it in the flesh, I don't think.
No, I think you're absolutely right. It is one of those you need to see in the flesh. What I would say about your solar quartz as well is we haven't actually got that much more coming in. We had quite a bit of it in the last few months because we knew it was going to be so popular, which it has been, and we also knew that it was going to be such a fashion craze, which again it has been. But because of the popularity of this, because of the amount we got in, we're coming to the end of our stocks on it now. We used to, a couple of months ago, we would have 7 or 8, maybe even 9 strands of this on, wouldn't we, at some point? Now it's not like that at all. We've got very, very few amount of these, so it could be one of your last chances to kind of get your hands on a vast amount of solar quartz in multi colours and in bright, breezy, fun colours such as this. Purple's one of those colours, isn't it? It means regal, it means brightness, and you're getting all of that combined with a beautiful gemstone with this 200 carats worth of your solar quartz. It really is exceptional. I've got a text about solar quartz, in fact, from Joanna. Hi, Becky. I did what you suggested. Good. And took my strand of solar quartz out in natural sunlight. You are so right, it shimmers. It really does, doesn't it? Absolutely comes alive. Thank you for that, Joanne. I always say, take your solar quartz out for a date, don't I? Take it out to a picnic. It will thank you for it. But you're right, it does, it shimmers, doesn't it? In all of those beautiful outside areas, you get these pinks and these yellows and kind of like this rainbow burst for you. £11.95 for you today. That is what you're getting your hands on at that price. It really, really is an absolute stunner. Now it's that time of day already. Can anyone believe it's gone that fast? It's always speeds through these shows, don't they? I have got for you a little recap on lovely Teresa. You have worked hard. Oh my goodness, I've just seen what she's created. That's amazing. I have got for you this challenge bundle. Now, let me recap. 4 strands. You've got the symmetry of the sides as they're all 8mm. You've got the symmetry of the shape as well. The only difference is the beautiful colouring. So this is your blue colour of your quartz. Again, 8mm, 150 carats worth on here. Then you've got these gorgeous sunshine orange, it's described as. I'm saying it's lemony, isn't it? Honey tones. It's quite a nice mixture of the two, actually. This is 160 carats worth we have in here. As well as that, then we're going to dive into a pool in our sunshine with that gorgeous aqua tone. 160 carats worth on this. I love that you've got banding on this. That's really, really unusual, isn't it? But you've got it in abundance on this strand. Really rich, deep tones to the really light skies. It's absolutely exceptional. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, you've got your baby pink quartz. All 4 of these strands, just £9.95. Tell you what, you know they shouldn't have been anywhere near there, but they are for you today if you're quick. If you type in UK GC16, that is your opportunity to get it at £9.95. If you don't, you'll be paying way more than that. So get it in before 9 o'clock, and you're going to absolutely adore what lovely Teresa has done with this. You truly are. How are they to play with, love?
Oh, lovely. Although I had a slight moment where they were rolling around all over the place. Slight issue with working with rounds. So keep them in check in a bead-board.
Keep them in your bead-board or your sticky bead, mate, you're sorted. You've got loads left.
Oh yeah, I've only used a tiny fraction of what was there.
That's a huge amount, isn't it? Wowzers. Talk us through what you've created, love.
Well, I started off with the ring, actually. I just thought, because it's around, it really does lend itself to that herringbone sort of weave. So I had a little bit of a play with that. And I did sort of think the turquoise just works so well with the rose gold kind of colour, copper colour. So
you're right, absolutely
I really
right.
wanted to do that. I then moved on to the bracelet. Just because you've got the 2 sort of shades of blue there, the shades of turquoise, I thought silver, perfect. And it's a slightly different herring, but it is a double herringbone weave. Okay. So if it moves around on your wrist, you haven't got kind of a back.
That's gorgeous.
And then I thought I really wanted to kind of put them all in together, and I wanted to use the antique bronze with
You've done it absolutely beautifully.
So.
Thank you so much for today, Teresa. When are you with us next, honey?
I don't know. Sometime in September.
Okie pokely, we will keep our eyes peeled for that then. Thank you so much for today. Now tomorrow I am joined by little Miss Spellbinding herself, so join us being mischievous. Tonight you have got a guest designer on The Late Show. Stay exactly where you are to find out who. See you soon.
Bye.
Hi jewellery makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK, so grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.